Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
Two Live Stews Experience, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews Experience, shouty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
And we've got to thank God every minute of every day. You know where you are. You're in the doghouse and you're with your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews. And this is your Two Live Stews Experience. Good morning, world. Good morning, world. Good morning to the lovely Mocha Bella, Rel Scott, Sigma Dad, and an honorable mention to Why Not 2403, and an honorable mention to you too, Dougie Stew. How you feeling this morning, sir? Good morning.
I'm great, man. How about you?
Absolutely stewtastic, as we used to say back in the day. Things are well, man. Things are well.
Yeah, I mean, you got the NCAA tournament getting ready to kick off.
A lot of sports.
Or tip off. You got the women's.
Sports. Yep.
Dawn Staley, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on, man.
Yeah, NBA is off the chain right now, even though the majority of the superstars are sitting down taking a break, which we'll talk about a little bit later, man, because that's all LeBron's doing. You know that, right? You know he's just taking a break, right?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of conspiracies out there to what LeBron's doing.
It's a lot. That's not for here and now, though. That's not for here and now. I did want to ask you this. How deep have you dug into the NCAA?
Dig dug. Surface.
I use those words for a reason, sir. You know, that was one of my favorite video games, and your name is Dougie. You know.
Right.
Anyway, go ahead.
Like the young people say, mid.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, mid is not a good thing, right? Because you've got top shelf, you've got good. You know, mid is like almost damn near to the bottom.
But mid is mid. Mid is mid. Okay, why? What's going on?
Talking about something over your head. I watched the In the Huddle with Joe Ham last night. They had the NCAA tournament podcast. Had an incredible guest that was on who did an outstanding job. And they had a really good, calm conversation about the tournament. So I did a bracket while they were on.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate when my bracket ends up like this because I love the underdogs. But I got 3 1 seeds and a 2 seed, and I feel nasty about it. I feel it makes me feel kind of dirty to say that. It's like I'm taking the easier way out. Oh, give me the 1s and a 2.
So I too watched that bracket thing you're talking about. But I think
outstanding job Dre last night. Outstanding job Joe Ham. Every Wednesday in the Huddle with Joe Ham at 9:00.
And if you haven't been watching this stuff week in and week out, and there's so much coverage now, there's so many different networks, there's so many, SEC got their own channel, ACC, it's basketball and sports in general is everywhere. Okay. Yep. So if you're not watching this stuff week in and week out, you're not going to know the ins and outs of these teams and matchups and all that stuff. Let's just keep it real. So you ultimately end up going with the 1 or 2 seeds for the most part, like I did. I got Florida and St. John's in the finals, in the semifinals, and I got Houston and Tennessee on the other side of the bracket.
Okay. I got Duke in Houston on the other side. Duke in the East, Houston in the Midwest, and St. John's in the West, and Auburn. Even though Florida, I think, is the cream of the crop in the SEC this year. I got Auburn in the South. I'm not ashamed to tell you what I'm about to tell you also, because I hadn't asked you about, your thoughts.
Remind me to ask you about this kid from Auburn too. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Eric David. We appreciate you with the super chat. Ari. Happy belated birthday, Ari.
Let's do this. Let's do this real quick. Remember what you're going to say. If you'd like to donate to the show, you can do it to keep us on, help us pay some bills and keep some lights on.
Well, there's bills.
At the bottom of the chat, if you're watching the show live, okay, which is Thursday morning, March 20th, 2025. If you're watching the show live at 7 a.m. Eastern time, look to the bottom of the chat. To the right, you should see a little dollar symbol. Click on that and donate anything that you'd like. We'd appreciate it all. And if you're watching the replay, same thing. Look to the bottom of the chat to the right, and you should see a heart. Click on the heart, and you'll be able to donate to the show.
This podcast has brought me back to watching basketball every night.
Mm-hmm.
On the eve of the tournament, I'd be remiss if I did not tell you guys that I've watched more women's college basketball this season than I've watched men.
Okay,
I've watched the women's college basketball much more than I watched the men this year.
I'm guessing that's all because of
there's more compelling stories, more compelling storylines. There's been better matchups. In my eyes, there's been more excitement around Juju in the women's game, South Carolina and Dawn Staley, than there is in college basketball right now.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. Is it tied into Dawn Staley? Is it tied on into Juju? Exactly.
Yeah. I got a love thing with Cece. Everybody knows that. But I got a mistress, and her name is Juju.
Which is ridiculous.
I got a mistress, and her name is Juju, and I will have no problem moving her into the number one spot, which it looks like she may be doing.
I mean, I wanted to talk to you about that, man. I wish you would just kind of don't tell anybody. Don't say to anybody I got a love affair with Caitlin Clark. Don't say that. That's just not a good look.
Everybody that watches this show and listens to this show and this podcast, they already know. You know.
But it's embarrassing, though.
Dude Brown knows. Naughty knows. Everybody knows. I got a love affair with Caitlin Clark.
It's just embarrassing. That's all I'm saying, man.
We see it differently.
Don't have a love affair with Caitlin Clark. Please don't do that.
Juju is fastly approaching. She's fastly approaching. So yeah, man. Auburn, St. John's, Duke, and Houston. Your number ones were your Final Fours. Who?
Auburn. No. Yeah. Auburn, Florida. And then we've got my bracket looks screwed up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
Wait a minute. I can't read this thing. So Final Four. In the finals, I got Auburn and Florida. I got Auburn winning the whole thing, bottom line.
Okay.
And I wanted to mention to you, I don't know why this thing looks like it's not showing one side of my bracket. But I wanted to mention Dylan Cardwell, the center for Auburn.
Okay.
Kind of a personal tie. You know my chapter, bruh. And at the time I pledged, he was the boss of the chapter, named Kool-Aid. We call him Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
That's Kool-Aid's nephew.
Really?
Dylan Cardwell is Lade's nephew. His name is I'm saying Lade like people know nicknames or whatever.
We 6 degrees of separation from everybody.
Yeah. So that's his nephew, man. Lade actually has, and this is in my chapter, bros, and the bros watching this may not even notice because I didn't know this until recently. Lade got a twin sister. And
she plays too.
No, she doesn't play, but she's actually real tall. She might be taller than Lade is. But her son is Dylan Cardwell. So I've been following that young man for the last couple of years. So that's kind of like the rooting interest.
What a
Auburn.
great name. Lade.
And Bruce Pearl, fantastic coach. So I'm putting my cards on Auburn to win the whole thing.
Okay. I like it.
And you said you have who winning the whole thing?
I like St. John's and Rick Pitino.
What?
I do.
That's a great story that he's taken them this far, and this is like his how many ever teams?
Six or seven Final Fours. His 6th team that he's. It's what he's done is amazing. Now he's a crook. He's tricky. He's slick. He's been caught on the floor of a bar restaurant having sex with somebody that wasn't his wife, but that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. He know how to coach basketball. He's one of the best coaches that's in this tournament. And outside of Duke, they've got 4 great coaches that I'm supporting with my Final Four teams in the Final Four this year.
Was that even necessary?
Who Rick Pitino is?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, college basketball is great for Rick Pitino. He has told the world he don't care about recruiting no high school players. He all about paying guys. He's a pro style coach that is now afforded the luxury of coaching in college because of these new rules.
Yeah.
It's perfect for him.
Right.
He ain't got to sit in no parents' face or their home and lie about how he's going to make their son a man. He's all about basketball, and everybody knows that. It's perfect for him.
Right.
I think he's going to win it.
All right. So listen, go ahead.
And it would be huge if he did. He's a New Yorker. Being in St. John's.
Absolutely.
It'd be crazy.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Who was the coach of St. John's for all those years? The great Louis Carnesecca.
There you go.
I think he just died like a year ago.
It might have been a little bit longer than that, but yes.
Yeah. So rest in peace to the great Louis Carnesecca. So we got a lot of stuff we're going to get into today. You are watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. I got two things that I want to mention here in a second. We got Arlie's report coming on a little bit later. Entertainment news. Have you been keeping up with this thing going on with the Breakfast Club? Like, why can't we just have you ever reached out to Charlamagne to get him on the show?
He don't return calls anymore. He hadn't returned calls or texts in a long time. It's been about 3 or 4 years since I texted him.
So wait a minute. For people that don't know, Charlamagne the God is from our hometown.
Yep.
He's younger than us though. Maybe he got a new phone and it didn't save your number.
It's very possible.
Okay, so I'm gonna call him today.
Okay, you call him today, but because I wasn't getting phone calls or texts returned, I went to social media and I did what the young folks called DMing someone.
And he still didn't respond?
No. It's okay. I can't imagine how busy he is. He probably has someone that handles his social media. It's okay.
All right. And so it's there's a lot more to the story. We helped him in his
philanthropy.
Long story short is he should not answering our calls. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he just didn't have your name in his phone. I'm gonna call him today. We're gonna get him on the show this coming Monday.
There ain't nobody from Monk's Corner that contacts me and I don't get back to them. Nobody.
You just said
I may do it on my own time. I may do it from a separate line. I may speak through someone else. But there's no one from Monk's Corner that's going to contact me, and I'm not going to get back.
Moco, right? Nobody.
Nobody.
And you just said something about 6 degrees of separation.
Right.
There's literally a half a degree of separation to Charlamagne.
Every time I go to Monk's Corner, I go to his dad's spot and I have drinks and buy fish.
You know what? That's it.
Every time I go to Monk's Corner.
That's it. I'm gonna call him today. If he don't answer today, I'm calling Larry tomorrow.
Well, you better call Mr. X. You better call him now.
I'm gonna call Larry tomorrow. That's his daddy name, Larry.
I call him. He refers to himself as Larry X. So sometimes I call him Mr. X.
Yeah, he's
yes, you need to go ahead and call him now because that call ain't gonna get answered.
And once again, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. So I'm gonna reach out to them and see if we can get him on the show to talk about this whole controversy going on with the entertainment reporters and.
Right. Real quick, man. I wish people could just leave their egos outside the door at all times.
Right.
If people could leave their egos outside the door at all times, the world would be a better place. And lastly, when it comes to that, if we continue to handle our business between each other, this situation will never happen. People need to learn how to talk to each other.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
We're so quick to get on social media to tell the world about our most intimate thoughts and or feelings at any given minute.
And you're talking about this whole situation.
Yeah, you brought it up, not me. Yeah, you brought it up.
With Jess Hilarious and all what's going on with that. So we got that coming up. We got Nadi's Funky 4 coming up a little bit later in today's show, which are kind of like the 4 biggest stories that we haven't gotten into. Just a lot of fun. We're going to read a lot of chat messages. And once again, if you'd like to donate to the show, we would appreciate it. We would definitely be thankful for that. We also got the last 48, which are the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group. We got a bunch of stuff coming up, man.
I love that, man. I love that. But you mentioned having a bunch of stuff coming up. Do you mind if I was to get into a little nugget real quick?
Go ahead. I got a quick nugget too.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You probably should go first.
No, I just wanted to say welcome home.
Okay, well, since you want me to go first, I'll go. So first quarterback taken will be Cam Ward. Okay?
Right. That's what they're saying.
Second quarterback taken will be Dion Sanders.
Right.
Did you hear about the workout Milrose had at his pro day at Alabama on yesterday? Did you hear about that?
Outside of the 40, no. He ran like a 4.37, which is unbelievable for a quarterback that
Ran a
big.
4.37. You know his arm is a rifle.
He got a cannon.
He got a freaking cannon.
Right.
My question to you.
Uh-huh.
Is he worthy of being a top 15 pick? Is he worthy of going in the first round?
Well, it's all about who need a quarterback. Yeah, he's definitely worthy going in the first round, just
know
on upside alone.
Look, man, there's no surprise. I'm not playing games with you. We know who needs quarterbacks. We know the draft order. That's why I mentioned the first two quarterbacks. I'm not talking in secret or code here. Is he a first round quarterback in your eyes?
Oh, definitely. He's going in the first round.
Some frat brothers that had the nerve and the audacity to say he's probably going to jump to the third round now because of that.
Third round? What? You kidding me? So listen to this. Listen to this comparison. I think at this stage in his career, at this stage in their careers, he's better than Anthony Richardson was coming out of Florida.
Oh, why we two when you said that?
So Anthony Richardson was a first round pick. Anthony Richardson was like a top 10 pick.
He was a top 10 pick.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hey, man, if you think for 1 second that ninja with his size, running a 4.3 and the arm he's shown the last few seasons ain't going to be a top pick at the quarterback position, you crazy.
Hold on. Anthony Richardson was the 4th pick in the draft. Now, once again, it's about need. If somebody need a quarterback and Dart is gone from the board because it sounds like that they're going to give him some love, I would say Milroe probably got to be the 4th or 5th best rated quarterback. And if you need a quarterback, he going to get drafted.
Some people might consider him before Shador right now. He got a rifle and he ran a 4.3.
Well, I think rifle. Okay, I understand what you're saying.
He got a cannon. He got a rifle. He got a 50 cal. Whatever big gun you want him to have, he's got it on his shoulder, sir.
That ninja can throw the ball about 90 yards, man.
Yeah, well, about 75, 80 yards in the air.
No, I think he can throw it further than that. It's really. I mean, you have to factor in accuracy. You have to factor in decision making and all of that. He played at a very high level.
Not with a 4.3. There's some coordinators that have a real Woody right now for Milroe. There's no question. A 4.3?
And just imagine them using him like Lamar has been used his entire career. You have so many things you can do with a guy like that, like a Swiss Army knife. Yeah, over time, he's going to be able to decipher and read defenses better. The more that he is in the league,
every coordinator, if they think they can make Richardson a top-tier quarterback, they've got to be salivating at the mouth about Milroe. No question at all. We're talking later Gamecocks, which we wanted to get into a little bit deeper. Go ahead, Doug.
I'll mention what I was going to mention when we get back from the break.
Okay.
Because we're going to have a long discussion on this subject later on in today's show as well.
We're going to cover some NFL free agency. Y'all keep it locked to your boys. Up next, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience. Thank y'all for being here, and good morning.
Are you tired of workouts that leave you feeling drained? Do you want to push your limits without compromising your health? Introducing NPE, the ultimate pre-workout powerhouse. NPE is packed with natural plant-based ingredients that fuel your body and mind. We're talking about sustained energy, enhanced focus, and accelerated recovery. All this while giving your immune system a powerful boost. But NPE doesn't stop there. It also stimulates circulation, enhancing blood flow throughout your body. And it doesn't just improve your workout performance, it also boosts fertility and sexual drive in both men and women. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, NPE is here to help you reach new heights. Don't settle for sluggish workouts. Unleash your inner athlete with NPE. That's natural performance energy. This is not your ordinary pre-workout supplement. Our clients will tell you NPE also stands for natural power, peak performance. Every workout
Elon Musk wasn't even an original founder of Tesla. He's worked really hard to keep that hidden. He had nothing to do with creating the groundbreaking tech behind the car's success. The first Tesla vehicle he conceptualized was the Cybertruck, and look how that turned out. Okay, technically he is a founder of Tesla, but only because he paid for the title later. Tesla was originally founded by engineers Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning in 2003. They met Musk while looking for investors in tech they had been developing for years. Musk invested $6.5 million in 2004, which led him to becoming the chairman on the Tesla board. Musk had just sold a stake in PayPal, the first company he claims to have founded, so he had a lot of cash on hand. In 2007, Musk pushed Eberhard from his CEO role, saying he was holding production up for Tesla's first car. Then he installed himself as CEO. Shocked, Eberhard sued Musk for libel, defamation, breach of contract, infliction of emotional distress, and failure to pay his wages, among other things. The suit accused Musk of setting out to rewrite history by falsely claiming that he was the founder or creator of Tesla Motors. The lawsuit was settled outside of court. The bottom line is that Elon Musk worked really hard to make his name synonymous with Tesla, despite his main contributions being his financial investment. But with all the controversy surrounding Musk now, will Tesla be able to survive him?
This your boys with the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews. And this is your Two Live Stews experience. Good morning. Shouts out to NPE. I got a quick story to tell about NPE.
So what do you think about that?
Stew, we love you, man.
What do you think about that video just now, man? Basically, the video saying that Elon hustled away Tesla from the original inventors and owners, and he's a scam artist just like his boy Trump.
I read a lot of books from moguls and big businessmen, and they all do that. They all do it. Zuckerberg did the same thing with Facebook. It's big business. As a matter of fact, I dare to say that you and I are two of the only saps that still try to do things the honest way. I'm being honest. I think you and I are two of the only guys that will not intentionally cut somebody's nuts out from underneath them, trying to be deceiving and being misleading. I'm being honest. We just got out of bed with a partner that would take his fingernail, if it was long enough, and gut your spine out of your back.
So
we don't do things like that, but people do. It says that the people that really get up high and sit up high and look down low, it's like they don't have a moral compass when it comes to doing things the right way or the wrong way.
What we see going on right now is what they call rage against the machine. With these folks setting fire to all these Teslas, graffiti painting over the Tesla dealerships. Like it's so big, it's so much money involved, it's such big business. There's really nothing you can do to somebody like Elon Musk. So what do? You tear up one of his cars. That's what's going on right now.
When you tear up his car, guess what?
What?
Insurance sends them a check.
Yeah, that's true, but the value of the company.
He makes more money. I agree with you, but he's still making money.
The value and the reputation of the company, which ultimately will lead to stocks loss in the stock market, is hurting him.
Agreed.
Now, I'm not going to go out there and set nobody's damn car on fire or do anything like that, but I'm sitting back from the sideline enjoying this shit.
Yep.
And I wish more you people would. Well, I don't say that.
Nope.
I'm not saying that.
Nope.
It's just very interesting to see these people just, fight corporate America the way that they're doing it. It's very interesting. Let's put it like that.
Apparently, Venezuelans supported Trump big time, and now he is in the process of sending back like 500,000 of them somewhere.
Yeah. Dumbasses. Dumbasses.
You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make it up.
With Godfrey talking about the same thing. Oh, Donald Trump. Godfrey is great. By the way, I'm
I like
bookmark
him.
this show.
Okay.
He's gonna blow up.
No, Doug, stop. He's already blown.
No. I think to like a worldwide level, he's gonna blow up. Like
you don't understand, so I can't help you understand. So I won't.
Well, I don't see it. So you're telling me that he's
He's a big deal. He's a big freaking deal in the comedy world and in film.
But he's not Cat Williams big. He's not Eddie Murphy big. That's what I'm talking about big.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope so. Yeah, he's very talented, and he's been around for a long time. He's very talented.
Yeah, but
As a matter of fact, what's the dude that used to write on the show we did, Black Men Revealed? And we are the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Makeup of those stews. This is your Two Live Stews experience. The guy that had the dread. Johnny, what was Johnny's last name?
I don't know. I'm not going to remember.
He and Godfrey's worked on several projects together.
Okay.
I followed Johnny's work over the years, and Godfrey's been at the table with him several times. There's a lot of cats we see often that are writing people's material that we see that are performing.
As far as the black community, a lot of people don't know, it's a very small, and I guess it's small because it is small, very small, tight-knit community of actors and writers and filmmakers out in LA. And the dudes, like 3 of the dudes that worked on the TV show that we did, what's that, 2005, 6, something like that?
Black Men Revealed.
Called Black Men Revealed. Like, a lot of times I'll look in the credits and I'll see these guys' names in it. Like they had something to do with the project.
Yep.
And so I can't remember dude's last name you just mentioned, but you're right.
And that's another thing, man, which is I'm excited about some plans that we've got for the future, man. There's a lot of people in production that we've worked with. There's a lot of people.
Right.
A lot of people behind the scenes. These producers and directors around these tables, these writers, we know a lot of them.
And maybe this is why
and our name in these streets should be good with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Johnny Mack. That's who it
There
is.
Thank you, Luce Mack.
The great Johnny Mack.
That's right.
So that's 20 years ago that we did that series.
Yep.
And Johnny Mack, man, and there's another guy, the actual actor, that you see him in a bunch of stuff as well. Taller guy.
Dark skin, brown.
No, not
brown
dark
skin
skin.
brother.
Yeah.
Brown skin brother.
We'll come up with it.
I'll think of his name.
We'll come up with it.
But
But those guys were all involved.
Chris,
Chris,
his last name is Chris. His last name is this is CTE. It'll come to me in a second. But it's Chris something.
It's Chris something. It is Chris something.
I'll get it.
Johnny Mack and this guy Chris that we're talking about, when we get the name and you pull up a picture, you can be like, oh yeah, I done seen that ninja in 100 different movies. Right. He was in I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. I watched I'm Gonna Get You Sucker a couple of months ago now. And I was like, damn, old boy was in this movie too.
Yep. Yeah, they grab a quick $25,000, $30,000 check for about 5-8 seconds worth of work. Chris Spencer.
Chris Spencer. Look at
Chris Spencer. Was that Tree?
I think
Good job, Tree. Yeah, Chris Spencer.
Chris Spencer.
He's on several projects, on camera or behind. Several projects.
I promise you, he got 100 credits to his name at least.
And every time I go to LA, which isn't as often as I used to, I call him and we link up for drinks every single time. Good guy.
Wow, yeah, real good guy. We need to call them guys up too. We need to call them guys up too, tell them we back in the game. I mean, because they can make calls.
They can make calls.
You know?
They see people every day that need to know that we're back in business.
I don't think we use our resources like we should because we're kind of proud and we don't want to come across as we're asking and begging for stuff like that. I think that might be something that we could improve on.
That's right.
Like, why can't we call Chris Spencer and be like, hey, man, hey, your boys are back. Yeah. If you got anything coming up, just think about us. Yeah. Yeah. Tell Johnny Mack we said, hey, how's the family? Yeah. I mean, why can't we do that? All that can happen is they don't answer the call, don't return our call, or tell us no. That's not going to hurt my feelings.
I agree.
I'm calling Johnny Mack today, too.
We got a lot to get into, man. I mentioned NPA. Shout out to NPE. I gave up. I added working out every day to my regimen except for Sunday.
I seen you, man. You posted a little video. No, you posted a picture online of you in the gym. That's good.
Yep. Sometimes 4:30 in the morning. Yesterday it was 5:30 in the morning. But NPE is one of the reasons why I was pushed to do it. I get energized when I take NPE. It has got me back in the gym. I'm doing 30 minutes of cardio at a minimum every day except for Sunday. And I'm also lifting again. My neck and back hurt. I got so many injuries, but I'm working through it. And I think that NPE is giving me the courage to do it. So shout out to NPE, man. We thank you for all you do. I appreciate your supplements, and it's good stuff. If y'all need some energy and some help with your man muscle or just working out, going to the gym and running and stuff, give us a shot. NPE, Natural Performance Energy. It's all natural. It's good stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. NCAA tournament goes off tonight. Shouts out to Alabama State from the SWAC as they get a big win in the play-in game against St. Francis. Where is St. Francis at? Is that that sounds like a New York school or something up there or something like that.
I was about to say someplace up north, but I'll tell you in a second.
But shouts out to Alabama State. Last second shot, they win the play-in game for the NCAA tournament, beating St. Francis.
Brooklyn, New York. Private college in Brooklyn, New York, sir.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. So shouts out to them, man. Great win. Really, all eyes were on them because it was prime time. Nobody else really on at the same time outside of some spring baseball.
For this huge win, who do they see next? Duke, man.
Yeah. And they always do that. They always do that. They always put the HBCU, the play-in game that involves the HBCU team. In case the HBCU team wins, they're going to play the number 1 overall seed. And this year's Duke.
We've recently seen a 16 or 15 beat a 1, right?
No,
never ever.
I think
I'm almost positive. I'm almost positive we've seen it recently.
I don't think so. I don't think we've ever seen a 16 beat a 1 seed. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there has been 1 or 2. And if Nadi can pop in, if Nadi has the information, maybe once or twice in the history of college basketball, but I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't think that.
University of Maryland, Baltimore County pulled off one of the most shocking results in an NCAA tournament history when it beat number 1 Virginia as number 16 in 2018 in the first round. I remember that.
I remember that right.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So I'll never say never, especially with Cooper Flagg, who has been out because of an injury in the ACC tournament, especially with him coming back, having played, and them trying to force him in there. I'll never say never. But Alabama State will probably lose by about 70 points today.
Now, wait a minute. Alabama State. No, they're playing Auburn, not Duke.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Auburn then. It'll be Auburn.
So I got Auburn winning the whole thing. So I'm definitely not picking Alabama State to win that game.
I got them in the Final Four as well. Yeah, I'm just trying to give the little man some hope. We know what's going to happen in that game.
Duke playing Mount St. Mary. So shouts out to Alabama State. I don't care what the situation, if they're in the SIAC, CIAA, MEAC, or SWAC, I'm always rooting for my HBCU teams. Now they're about to get mollywopped. They're about to get
I've got a new name for you. I've got you a purple cape with a gold fist on it. And the outline of the fist is in very, very thick, dark black trace. Sir, my new name for you is Mr. Black Man.
Am I supposed to be ashamed of that name? You're supposed to be clowning me? I love the name Mr. Black Man.
Why would you take it as a clown?
That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get a laugh. You thought it was funny.
There's no intentions for it to be a clown.
Okay, all right.
No, not at all. No intentions at all.
Shouts out to Butch and Sooney that made it back from the 9-month, I think it was, spaceship. We're going to talk about space trip. We're going to talk about this a little bit more in depth later. But I was happy for them, man. I was happy to see I watched the whole thing, the whole re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere and the parachute opening and them, chucking them out of the ocean and over there in the panhandle. And it was good stuff, man. I mean, do you get into stuff like that?
I enjoy things like that.
Okay.
People had no business being up there.
What?
I enjoy things like that.
Why'd you say they have no business being up there?
That's another story for another day, man. But we'll talk about it later. Like we said we would. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. All right. So yeah, shouts out to them. I guess I always get involved in or tied into stuff like that, man, because of the whole space shuttle and the Columbia disasters and all of those different things that happened in growing up. Very intriguing, the space. I got an LB, my LBGC. is a pilot.
Ooh, I forgot about one that happened in 2023. Thank you, Naughty Dread. Fairleigh Dickinson Knights defeating the Purdue Boilermakers in 2023.
That's right.
And they smashed them 63-58. It's
right.
possible. Don't you sleep on Alabama State. It's possible. It's happened a few times in the last 5-6 years.
Listen, I just professed my love for my HBCU conferences. I'm willing to bet you $10,000. I'm willing to bet you $10,000 that Auburn's gonna win that game.
Yeah, they're gonna smash the ish out of them. They are.
How much you want to bet? Matter of fact, I'll give you some odds. I'll give you 20-1 odds.
20 points?
I give you 25-1 odds.
You give me 25 points.
If they win, I give you $25.
I take that for 100.
If Auburn wins, you give me 1.
25-1.
Yeah, that's 25-1 odds.
I'll take it.
Okay. How much you want to bet?
And you're giving me, well, I thought you said you were giving me 25 points.
No, I'm not giving you 25 points. I'm giving you 25-1 odds. Which means if they win.
Well, how many points? How many points, though? I don't care about that.
You're not getting no points. You can't get points and odds.
No, then why would I do that?
Because you think that they can win.
No, I don't think they can win. I just said they couldn't. Why would you? You think I'm a simp? You talking to me like I'm a simp right now? I'm not a simp. I bet for a living.
Okay.
That's how we eat around here sometimes. You think I'm gonna take freaking Alabama State versus Auburn with no points? Stop it. Stop it.
It sounded like you saying that it's possible. If you think it's possible,
I've given you 2 examples of it happening. It's possible.
Right.
I've given you 2 examples in the last 2 minutes of it happening.
It's definitely possible, but you 100% don't think it's going to happen, you're saying.
No way in hell.
I misunderstood you. Okay.
Now you giving me 20 points, we can talk about it. With 25-1 odds, we can talk about it.
I'll give you 20.
Deal.
How much you want to bet?
25-1.
How much you want?
25-1.
No. What do you mean 25? No, you can't get points. Never mind. There's no bet. There's no bet. No bet. Bet is off.
We've already agreed on a bet. We've already agreed on a bet.
Nah, let's go.
Give me 25 points, and we've already agreed.
We got Ollie when we get back from the break, man. You just
hadn't talked about Debo yet. Hadn't talked about Cam Hayward yet.
You just. Yeah, I think you've been watching Trump too many years, man. You in like little shiesty stuff like that, trying to push me in the corner and getting points and odds.
You brought that up. You brought that up.
Look, we're going to have a discussion about these T-shirts and stuff too today, man.
Oh, here we go talking about the T-shirts again. People tired of hearing about it, man. People tired of hearing about it. Arlewood with the entertainment report coming up next. Did I tell y'all good morning? If I didn't, good morning. Thank you. When you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right? So shouts out to my man Lavrell as well as the World Changers making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right? The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent, Lavrell Hawkins, has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and place when it comes to your finances, all right? Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changes Financials and Lavrell are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626. We're back, y'all. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Dr. Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews, and we're happy to have and introduce Arlewood.
What up, Arlie?
I was on a dance. I was trying to. Nobody was dancing with me.
Well, but
I was on that little dance that little people do when they go like this, do whatever. Ask one of your children to come do it right quick, because I don't know how to go.
them children going to school, man. Good morning, Arlie. How are you?
Good morning, everybody. Morning, everybody. I don't know why I'm crunk, but I am. But let me.
My children grown as hell.
Yeah.
era is my baby girl is a junior in college. She graduating next year.
I'm at a point in my life where I can't even fathom them being out of the house. And when I think about them being gone, it literally makes me sad.
Your kids or mine, you saying?
My kids, not your
Okay.
kids, mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to tell him he's my brother now because I can't be that old. Shoot. So they go with it. That's the lie we tell. My mama finally said, let me just say, who am I in your life since you done moved everybody to something else? I made my brother, my older brother, and I made my son, my younger brother. I'm in the middle. So my mama says, well, who are we? And I said, well, if you want to, we could be like Party of Five, and you can say you're our older siblings, like our parents died in a tragic accident. She was like, oh, died in a tragic. I said, well, you asked me what I thought you could be. She said, oh, Lord, my child. I'm going to have everybody.
Before we get into it, Arlie, I wanted to read this message right here from FM. Arlie was really crunk last night. Arlie, I watched the No Show last night with you and Dredd.
Before you say anything, I need to apologize to everybody.
Why?
I don't know what happened. I don't know if I went on my meds. I don't know. But Naughty poked the wrong button and I just went. I even pulled a Ryan. I went off the screen. I had
you went ham a couple times last night. I mean,
so I apologize to Naughty publicly, to all these people. Even though I felt like he deserved what I was saying, he was not listening to me.
Oh, yeah. He don't hear you.
He wasn't listening. I apologize.
Well,
all the people was like, "Ooh,
I'm to the point where I don't think he believes some of the things he's saying, that he just wants to get a rise.
Yesterday, baby. He got it.
When he gets a rise, he's happy with the rise, and he just sits back and watches the rise.
I don't know if about it at one point, you know, and he was like, I'm not even talking to him. I was just like, if I say something.
I was just about to say, remember the other day we were talking about people harassing you on social media and I was saying how I just ignore those people.
I didn't do a good job, Doug.
If Naughty would now folk, I would ignore him for the rest of infinity.
Oh,
eternity, not infinity.
But I want to apologize. And before I get started today, I saw in the chat, Big Kev 303, we're praying for you and your family. Yeah, he's on the road to South Carolina. His son-in-law, but son-in-love is what I call it, passed away tragically trying to save a 13-year-old. And
everybody's seen the story. We just didn't know that
I didn't know.
People, yes, that's our people's people.
Yeah, so praying
Big
for you.
Kev, man. Respect, peace, and blessings to you, Big Kev, man. Safe travels and condolences, son. Condolences, man.
Absolutely. I know it's going to be a wonderful celebration of life, even though it was extremely unexpected. He was heroic, and it's just
he was a hero. He was a hero.
Lord bless.
God bless him. God bless his family.
So then moving into that tragic situation, but going today is the first day of spring. It sounded like spring was fighting outside my house with winter this morning. They were not getting along very well. I was like, what is happening? Nobody else had thunder and lightning.
I did. I had a lot of it. I have a lot of it.
Spring and winter out there battling. I don't know who won. I'm about to go outside.
There's a lot of trees that's behind our home, and these storms have been so bad the past couple months that every time I look back there, there's another tree laying down. And I just keep praying that the Lord keeps laying them down that way and not this way towards the crib. But it's been a mess out there lately.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, Arlie, one quick thing, too. I did watch the movie.
Probable cause that you sent everybody over there hoping they was going to see a porno. That's what Naughty said last night. I'm going to go watch the porno. It was not a porno. It's a crime movie.
He was pushing buttons, and here you go letting them push him again. Don't let him do it now.
He had the combination last night, though. He had the combination. Boop, 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 boop.
Just for research purposes, I went and watched it.
Okay.
So when somebody asked me about it and asked me about the scene, I would be able to speak educationally.
Good for you.
You have an educated conversation.
Have an educated conversation. That's all.
Good for
you think I did a good job?
I thought you did a fantastic job. It was far from a porno. Now, for listeners that want to go and see it that haven't seen it, the movie is called what again?
Probable
Cause.
And you were naked as hell in this movie. I mean, I can't believe you did that. And knowing your daddy was gonna watch you got that naked?
She brought her daddy. She actually brought her daddy.
But I forgot. It's like I totally forgot that part because so much of it, I was a detective and everything else.
And Miss Margaret,
Oh Lord.
Daddy and Mr. Bobby and Miss Margaret was there. Front row with their daughter and her. I don't even know.
Nakedness.
Her
I mean,
nakedness.
front
That's
noodle, back nude.
Y'all, it was not that bad, y'all.
Buki out.
But let's get to the report, though, Doug. We stepping on her report now. I'm sorry.
If y'all want to see it, I suggest you go and check it out, though.
Go see her.
It was a good movie. It was a good movie.
Wasn't that naked? I don't know how you can be not that.
You
naked,
was what we used to call back in '78 butt ass naked. Okay. Now I understand you're a thespian, and that's what thespians do. I mean, yeah.
That caught. We were doing this and I'm getting to my report. We were doing this. We had this idea for a reality show called Farm School because my dad is a farmer, and it's like in the middle of the city. And my brother, being a singer, was just telling his story one time, and so somebody thought it'd be a good idea. And we do like these 3 episodes of it. It's super cool. My daddy waits till we get in the middle. We're having family Sunday dinner, which is something we do every Sunday. It was a part of the staple of the show too. And he decides he's going to air me out. And my daughter, and I was like, wait, because I didn't know he felt that way until right that moment. So in the middle, we tried to debate back and forth, like, Daddy, wait. My mama trying to defend me. My brother's cracking up at this point because my daddy likes to wait till we eating to come for whoever he coming for. I don't know what's wrong.
I love family conversations around the table.
Huh?
Yep.
Oh.
I love family conversations around the table. I love it.
Because you stuck kind of, so you can't be like, I'm leaving. It's just like, how did I get here?
I told my wife 2 nights ago that we need to make sure that at a minimum, outside of Sunday, once a week, we sit and eat at the same table and talk at the same table. No TV, no phones. And she's like, yeah, we definitely need to get back to that. So I love that y'all do that every Sunday.
Yes, God, it's funny. But anyway, shout out to my daddy who just still regulating. Birthdays. Y'all remember Arf, bark like a big dog. Vanessa Bell Calloway, 68 years old today. We didn't sing happy birthday. Hold on. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Take it over.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Vanessa Bell Calloway. She is still holding it down in the acting space. Yes. I love it. She is 68 years old. She was probably, I don't know how old when she did that movie. Is it 30 years old?
Coming 30. It's got to be more than 30.
Older than that.
Coming to America, that movie is at least 35 years old. I'll look it up. Y'all go ahead.
Look it up for me. Director, actor, Morehouse man, and activist, and speak his mind and say all kind of crazy, but we love him because he started this thing for Black folks in this. Gave a lot of people their first shots. Spike Lee, also 68 years old today. And actress Bianca Lawson, 46. She used to be Beyonce's stepsister, but the mama done divorced her daddy.
That movie's 37 years old, y'all. 37 years old.
37. That's my senior year in high school.
So she was 31 when she did that. She looked so much young, baby. That don't be cracking. Woo, get it.
I'm
gonna tell
now
you
they're gonna
what.
talk about his aunt said women get worse as they get older. Honey, blood up. That girl look good, honey. She look good.
For that minute and a half that she had in that movie, she was the finest woman walking the face of the earth.
She was.
You go back and look at that little clip.
And if you go look at her now on stuff, she was the lead on Saints and Sinners. I think she was on there. I just saw her on something else, but she's still running things. Ruthless, shapely, all of that. She look good to me, honey. She look good. Anyway, happy birthday to those people. It's several other birthdays, but we're going to go into our first story. And I feel bad for this. I don't want anyone to think I am bashing Black men. I am not. This happened and the arrest just happened. He's mentioned yesterday that he is going into rehab to help his issue. Marcus Jordan arrested. He done put his Lamborghini on a train track. Mm-hmm. Don't ask me how he got there, and he couldn't explain to them how he got there, and it made sense.
You ain't going nowhere, dude. You're buried. You're stuck on the track. All right, so how do we get off the track? Need you guys out of the car because there is a train coming right now. Let me pull up. Right, you're not gonna be able to the car. I'll order you guys out. Get out of the car. Safety first.
And I feel like we got 1, 2, 3, 4 of us guys. We can push this mother. Concern is us. Okay. I mean, the concern is this $300,000 vehicle.
Keep your hands out of your pocket. Yeah. That's in my pocket. I'm Marcus Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan's son. Okay. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to get home. I made a wrong turn. We had a couple of things. Just trying to get home. There's a small alcohol coming from you. Being stuck on the tracks like this. I gotta read you your rights first. Do you have the card? Say what? Y'all are treating me as if I did something criminal. Because I think you have driving under the influence. But I'm not. Sit down. Yo, shut the f*** up, bro. You chill out. Hold on. Yo, relax. Sit down.
Wait, did Marcus resist just now? Was he resisting?
Close to the end, and he really wasn't resisting. I think it was more of I think he's just shocked. He felt like once he said, I am Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan. First of all, you done pissed him off because you said, F your concerns about your safety and a train about to come. My $300,000 car on this thing. You said that to police officers who probably make about $60,000 a year or less. So you already didn't piss them off. But they were very calm with him. Other than what was interesting, I wanted to show the girl, his girlfriend.
I was about to ask a question, and we don't know if this is a statement.
Well, he said like at some point in there, he said, can I ask my girlfriend a question? Okay. I don't know if she really was his girlfriend.
Well, when he turned, because he had to make a sharp turn at least 90 degrees to get on the tracks. When he turned, what was she saying in the passenger seat?
Because when the camera first, and I sped it up to make it go fast so we can see the majority of it.
Thank you for that.
There's a video of her rolling up the window when the camera, because I guess she realized they had, I don't know what, if she saw, I don't know if you could see body cam footage thing, but she starts rolling up her window. Then she gets out the car and they don't say anything like, ma'am, stand over there. She just walks up on the police like it's nothing. Hey, because of
Microwave said that's Scottie Pippen's ex-wife.
That's not her. He used to date Laura Pippen's ex-wife. They dated for like 2 or 3 years. And that's probably why he's doing crazy now, because he missed her.
Well, he's doing crazy because he does a lot of cocaine.
That powder.
They said he had the white girl and the white girl. He had 2 white girls.
He's been filmed multiple times in public, setting up his next hit. Like it's normal and it's no big deal.
Y'all pray for Marcus, man.
Yeah. He said he is going to he's asking the court to mandate him to go to rehab.
I never understand that whole. I never understand the whole, tough life and have all of these issues when you're the child of someone rich and famous. Like, to me, if my daddy was Michael Jordan, I mean, I just chill out, not mess it up. My whole purpose in life would be not to mess it up. Not to mess up his name, not to mess up his money. I'm just going to play my part.
Just what you need me to do, Daddy.
What you need me to do, Daddy?
You do understand that cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
You do understand that, right?
How did I even get to that? How did I even get there?
Right. That's the
why
point.
am I not in my choir robe somewhere praising the Lord? My daddy, Michael Jordan, like every day. Right. I would just be.
I don't get it.
You get there because
that's rich people.
One night you go someplace with a bunch of white chicks and they have some powder and they're like, you probably can do all of us if you do this. So you do. Oh, really? Okay.
No. I would. In that situation, I would say kindly, no, thank you. That's it.
Say this.
It's not hard to say no, thank you.
It's not.
Thank you, but no, thank you.
I think about all this, like, so I grew up around like the kids whose parents were famous, like the Youngs, the mayor's children, all that stuff, and they were always the baddest kids. And you're like, what is
preacher's kids? Like preacher's kids,
well,
like
I'm
you.
A preacher's kid.
Always a preacher's kid, man.
I know. Preacher's kids historically have always been like run afoul of the law and doing crazy stuff
because
they were go ahead.
I think it's because so many people are always like, man, you think you are this. We're crabs in a barrel. And so I think with those kids, like Michael Jordan's child, you got so much pressure to be great. And then we big to pull our kids away from us. We want to go put them over here because this is better. You don't fit in over there. You got to do the stuff they're doing, which ain't the stuff we doing. And then people that's over here looking at you like, oh, so you think you better because you're over there. So you trying to prove to them that you don't think I'm that. So you're just caught. It's almost like being people that say they're mixed. They ain't got no world to live in. So they just.
You know who I would be? If my parents were super, super rich or famous, my daddy might be Michael Jordan. You know who I would be? I would literally be Carlton from The Fresh Prince. I would embrace everything, any penny you can give me, any private school you want to send me to. I'd be happy-go-lucky every single minute of the day. Damn that.
Yes, whatever y'all say. Yeah, I'd be on some Vanessa, but whatever you like for my parents. And I'm like that. Damn, my parents. I'll be barking. Oh, go clean the kitchen on it. But see, we stop, and I think we're guilty of this too. My friends and I talk about how their kids are running amok now that they're grown older and they don't want to listen and all that stuff. I said, I was not sparing no rod because I was not spoiling no child. I buy him another one. Trey, if you lost it, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Yes, I can afford to get you another one. However, you're going to be SOLs, buddy. And he knew it. He knew his daddy was not playing the radio, as they say. That dude was too big to try to run up on. That wasn't your idea, son. So
Microwave says, but Doug, on the new Bel Air, Carlton is a junkie, which is true. Have
Yep.
y'all been watching the new Bel Air?
I know you watched. I
first-
haven't watched it.
I watched the first few shows.
I hate to spoil it for you, but it's
Yeah,
a couple
spoil it.
years old now.
It is.
Yeah, the Carlton on the new Fresh Prince. It's called Bel Air on is it Peacock? He's on drugs
Peacock.
like real hard. He's got a real problem.
Not.
Yeah.
What unusual.
Which by the way, I think it's a phenomenal series.
I heard it was really
The fact
good.
that they
It's
took
good.
it from a comedy to a drama, basically. It's got some little laughs and stuff in it, but it's really a drama. And I think it's very well done, very well casted. I think it's great. I look
All
forward
you
to
got any more stories before we get out of here?
New
We skipped
season.
on your
Oh,
time,
yes.
but
We
got
wanna
another minute or
send-
so.
We want to send our congratulations to the new couple.
Oh, they got married.
On the 18th, they got married. So 2 days ago, they are 2 days wed now. Jonathan Majors and Megan Good are married. So congrats to them.
That's good.
Wish them well.
That's good.
It wasn't
Jonathan-
just a publicity stunt.
Jonathan Major married a sister. I would have never
I
guessed that.
mean, baby, because that's why he in all that trouble and lost all his endorsements and big old movies because he out
And
there
the trouble-
arguing
and
with
the-
some.
And the trouble's coming back up because now there's reports of a recording where he admits to putting hands on that lady. He may have some
What?
problems.
I hadn't heard that, Ryan. Thanks.
People are saying that that's why he may have done this quick marriage.
Well, they got engaged in November, and I figure when you get older like this, you just pop out and show them. I'm married now. That's what I'm doing all this
Okay.
big stuff for. They had two
All
people
right.
at the wedding. His mama officiated the ceremony, and her mama was the witness.
Outstanding job, Arlie. We appreciate you.
See y'all in
you,
the
Arlie.
chat.
Tell them where they can
Yes.
find you, Arlie, before you go.
Yes, find me on all social media platforms at either Arlie Michelle or at Welcome to the number 2 Arlewood, because it's a place, baby. Come join me.
Up next in the doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews, nodding with his
Birdman.
4 stories that we have not covered to this point. We'll do that, and we'll get to your chat here shortly. Got a lot of
Birdman.
good stuff going on, man.
Birdman 22 says divorce in 6 months. I hope not.
Yeah, well, more than likely. Y'all keep it locked to the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews experience. Yeah. Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Arlie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949. We're back in the building, man. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews. And this is your Two Live Stews experience. Have I told you good morning? Good morning, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. The great Naughty Dread in the building. What up, Dread?
Man, what's happening, man? You already know what time it is, man. Same suit, Jerry heated.
Yeah, that's what they say, Dread. Doug, your mic is muted. Your mic is muted, Doug. Your mic is muted. I know you're about to say something, but before you say it, take that mute off. Thank you.
Yeah, all I know is if Charlemagne can go and do interviews with some white man he's never met before in his life until last year, he better come on our goddamn show.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe he's ignoring your call.
I never said he was. I never said he was ignoring my call. I never said that.
Uh-huh.
I just said I haven't called in a few years, and I went to his DMs and still hadn't heard from him. I never said anything about him ignoring my calls.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm off track. What up, Naughty?
Man, what's going on, Doug? You doing all right?
I'm doing good, man.
That's good to hear, brother.
Heard y'all had a popping show yesterday, Naughty.
Oh, yeah, it was popping, man. You know, I know how to push Arlie buttons, man. It's simple. all you got to do is uplift a black man, and she goes crazy. she goes bananas.
I'm not even.
I don't believe that.
I'm only
not gonna
allowed to
sit
show
by-
love to the sisters.
I'm not gonna sit by and let you do that, Dre. That's not the case. You should.
I don't believe that.
Watch the
you
show.
shouldn't do that.
If y'all haven't seen the show, go watch the show from yesterday, and then you can be the judge for yourself.
That's a false narrative you're pushing, Naughty. Go ahead to
No,
your
that's
funky
not a false
form.
narrative. That's the truth, Brian.
Yep. I watch every show. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Let me start the show. My segment is not gonna be about tearing black people down. It's gonna be all about uplifting black people. I'm gonna start off with first. We gotta, let's well wishes to Tracy Morgan. You know, he threw up at the Knicks game the other night against the Heat. He threw up, nose started bleeding. You know, his head was ringing. So he's sending.
It was literally projectile vomit from the first row of the court onto the court at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I saw the picture of it.
I was watching the game.
Yeah, so according to him, it was food poisoning, and he's doing all right. But as he said, the Knicks are 1-0 when he vomits on courtside. So maybe he needed because you know the game before that they lost to Golden State. He vomited. They beat Miami. He didn't go to the next game against the Spurs, and they lost that game.
Damn, with no Wemby and nobody.
Somebody need to get that man some bad chicken every time he goes to New York, man. Especially when they play good teams, because the Knicks just don't beat the good teams.
I'm glad I'm glad it wasn't something more serious, man. Shouts out to you.
Right.
Well,
Shout out to Tracy, because I was worried at first. I thought it was something because he's getting up there in age and he probably doesn't have the best diet. So I was like, man, I hope he's all right because I mean he's a comedic legend for his day and for this day too.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I thought we had a video popping up. My bad.
100%.
And you know, he's had some health issues lately, right? He's had some health issues over the last couple of years as well. And you just mentioned it. He's probably not in the greatest shape.
It was in a car accident that almost killed him.
Yeah,
and he's been recovering and doing rehab for the last few years.
Yeah, bruh man. Not bruh man. What was his character on Martin?
He wasn't bruh man. He was
what was his
got
name?
some pigeons. I got some pigeons. Hustle man.
Great hustle man. Yeah.
A hilarious character. You know, I like Fat Tracy Morgan though. Fat Tracy Morgan is funnier than Skinny Tracy Morgan.
True.
What you think?
Just like Fat Luther was better than Skinny Luther. Absolutely.
Right.
I agree with you.
Right. Can y'all imagine Biggie Smalls being Little Smalls?
No, I can't.
Yeah, lyrics probably wouldn't hit the same.
I'm glad you brought that up. You and Ollie talked about Biggie last night, and one of y'all were referring to him being a very unattractive person.
Correct. He himself admitted to being very unattractive.
Right, but there's some women that love big men. They got a thing for big men. They like big dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, especially if you got gallant talent like Biggie did, he was a wordsmith.
Correct. Right.
So I mean, he was a very lovable person that even though some people didn't think he was attractive, he had no problem getting what he needed or wanted from somebody.
Right. He probably was a nice guy too. You know, I wouldn't doubt it. You know, sometimes those guys are big. They call them big teddy bears.
Big teddy bears. Some women love to cuddle up with a big teddy bear.
Have y'all seen these pictures of? I don't know why they're circulating, but on social media, these pictures of Biggie's daughter. Have y'all seen these pictures of his daughter?
I have
no,
not.
I haven't.
Okay, just Google search Biggie's daughter, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Bless her heart. All right, go ahead, Naughty.
Shout out to Chinny Ogwumike. The WNBA is getting its first ever scripted TV series. Peacock is developing a series titled The W. Now, the series is set in the world of professional women's basketball, comes from a two-time WNBA All-Star, Chinny Ogwumike, and Glow creators Carly Minch and Lizzie Flav. Now, a half-hour project follows a hotshot rookie WNBA player and her inexperienced agent navigating the wild ups and downs of the world of women's professional basketball. It will look at the glamour and grind of women's sports, and it will be executive produced by Ogwumike. It also marks the first project for Ogwumike's production company, Victorious. So this sister, man, she doing
to her. She's really good on the network. She does a good job.
Oh my gosh, I was just about to say her and Monica McNutt. Well, they do two different jobs, really.
I love
her and Monica McNutt are phenomenal, man.
Yep, they're very good.
They're very good, man. Seriously.
Yep.
Oh yeah, she knows her basketball, man. And she's like the youngest person ESPN ever hired to be a basketball analyst. And she was one of the first black females to even get that role. So I mean,
So
she been
listen,
grinding, man. She been getting her hustle on.
See, I don't want to sound like a chauvinist, but it might come across I'm gonna sound like a chauvinist.
Here
I
comes the
have
chauvinist
no-
comment from Mr. Black Man.
Better watch out.
I have no problem with the young lady you just did the story on. I can't pronounce her name. Agumake.
Agumake, yeah.
I have no problem with her. I have no problem with Monica McNutt. You know why? They played a game. They played the game. There's really no difference
Right.
between women's basketball and men's basketball, except for the fact that, you know, the athleticism. I really, really can't warm up to the idea of that young lady, the white young lady that's talking football. What's her name?
There's a couple of them.
She comes in and talks football. Black hair, real thin looking, and somebody will put it in the chat room. But I have a real problem when
You're
watching
not talking
somebody.
about Mina Kimes.
Mina Kimes.
Mina Kimes is great at her job. She knows what she's talking about. She knows her
But
ball,
she,
man.
she can't give a perspective for somebody that played the game. She tries to, it seems like a lot of times, but it comes off as unauthentic to me.
Yeah, but there are a lot of men who cover the game who never played the game, and they do a great job too because they follow the game and they understand the game. So I mean, she's just a woman, and she does her job better than a lot of the men do.
I get real bothered when I see Mina Kimes getting in a debate about X's and O's and about play calling and stuff with somebody that played in the league for 20 years.
I understand.
Yeah, I feel that. But she
I
watching
understand.
film though, man. She put the work in. So anybody who puts the work in and grinds like that, it's hard to.
Well, Doug's point is she can put the work in, but she's never probably dribbled a basketball in her life.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
That's his point. And I get it, and I know there's room for everybody, but I understand where you're coming from.
And talking about football in particular, her sport is football. She's talking football with guys that have been in the league for 10 years and Hall of Famers, and then she's giving opinions to the opposite of what somebody that's in the Hall of Fame says. Like, to me, that's just ass backwards.
It's Betty Crocker. It's Betty Crocker.
I feel you.
Yeah.
What's number 3, Nadi?
Well, we talked about Michael Jordan's son. Let's talk a little bit about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan opened his 4th health clinic in North Carolina on February 19th in Wilmington.
He don't do nothing. He don't give back to his people. He ain't about his people. He ain't about the betterment of his community. He don't do nothing. All he is about selling sneakers. He's just man, y'all need to stop it.
I mean, as he's gotten older, he has done a lot of more charity work. The new clinic
Always done it. He's always done it.
Okay. This new clinic established a collaboration with Novant Health focused on providing care to uninsured and underinsured patients. After witnessing the positive impact of these centers, Jordan, he donated $10 million to Novant Health to expand the project, leading to additional clinics being built in Wilmington. His efforts has helped thousands of patients receive their first ever primary care visits, reinforcing his dedication to improving healthcare access. By continuing to fund and open these clinics, Jordan is ensuring that thousands of families have access to medical care that they need. And I mean, it just goes to show when definitely the people that have, you know, earned a lot of money, earned a lot of capital, Michael Jordan, a lot of celebrities, rappers, athletes, when they give back, that's one of the ways that we can uplift our situation. So I'm very, you know, I've heard a lot of stories about Jordan. I know some of the things he's done in the past. I know about a lot of the prisons that he's funded and bought and had a lot of brothers locked up. But when you do positive things like this, it's important that we speak on it and give him his due, man, and hope that he sets the trend for other young brothers who are LeBron and other young brothers who are reaching that echelon of finances to give back, because that is the way that we can start to come back and make change in this country. A lot of us just don't have the capital in a capitalistic society.
You don't have to have a penny to give back to the community. Not
Did
one
somebody-
red cent.
Did we hear a doorbell? Somebody trying to pop in?
No, I agree. Your time is the most valuable thing that you have, volunteering. But the truth of the matter is we're in a capitalistic society, and that capital goes a long way. I can go give all the time I want, and it'll be a great thing. I do that. But to be able to open up 4 clinics for uninsured and underinsured people, that's huge for our community.
Absolutely. So give that man some credit. He take a lot of flack, but give that man some credit. Absolutely.
Right.
What's that for a story, Dread?
Well, and then I got my Women's History Month. Now I had a good white woman to talk about, but she got bumped, after Arlie did her Women's History Month thing last night. So I had to jump on to Miss Marian Anderson, the beautiful Marian Anderson. She was an American contralto, which means she's a classical female singing voice whose vocal range is the lowest of all the voice types. She was an opera singer. She performed
like Anita Baker type low. No,
oh man,
Arlie, pop on Arlie.
She goes lower than low. I wish I had some sound from her, but she goes lower than low.
I'm learning. Unfortunately, like yesterday, I did Leontine Price, my home girl, and which is why Nadi. Thank you, Nadi, for telling us who Marian Anderson is. And I'm realizing they're like 5. I just, we basic soprano, alto, tenor, bass, baritone. They got like 6 parts in soprano, about 6 parts in alto. So I don't know where contralto. I thought it was between soprano and alto. So I thought she was the lowest, it's the highest, but that's not right.
So you're saying lower than Anita Baker?
Well, probably between. If it still has the word alto in it, it's probably between alto and tenor. I would think, because she's still in the alto range.
Yeah, but we need examples. We need examples.
I'm gonna find one. Hold on, I'll be back. Bye.
The average everyday person watching don't understand.
Right. Well, she's the lowest of her vocal type. Now, she was born in 1897. And she died in 1993 at 96 years old. Now, in 1939, during the period of racial segregation, the Daughters of the American Revolution refused to allow Anderson to sing at an integrated audience at Constitution Hall in Washington, D.C. But with the aid of the First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt, and her husband, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Anderson performed a critical acclaimed open-air concert on Easter Sunday, April 9th, 1939, on the Lincoln Memorial Steps in the Capitol. She sang before an integrated crowd of more than 75,000 people and a radio audience, and in the millions, beginning to be a star. Now, in 1955, Anderson became the first African-American singer to perform at the Metropolitan Opera. In addition, she worked as a delegate to the United Nations Human Rights Committee and as a goodwill ambassador for the United States Department of State, giving concerts all over the world. She participated in the civil rights movement in the 1960s, singing at the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom in 1963. Anderson was awarded the first Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1963, the Congressional Gold Medal in 1977, the Kennedy Center's Honors in 1978, and a National Medal of Arts in 1986, and a Grammy Lifetime Award Achievement in 1991. She was an inspiration for Leontine Price, who Arlie spoke about yesterday on the show, and became one of the, if not the greatest female opera singers of all time when she won 13 Grammys amongst various honors. So both those sisters,
again?
Man.
What's her name again?
This is Marian Anderson. And Arlie did her report on Leontine Price.
I know, so, I've heard of Leontine Price, but
yeah,
Mary Ann
Price
Evanson.
Won 13 Grammys.
Right, Mary Ann Evanson.
Marian Anderson.
Oh, Anderson. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes. You got it.
Okay.
Here it is right here. Marian Anderson. This is her in 1940.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so.
Shouts out. Rest in peace to great Miss Anderson. I'm pretty sure she's gone from here. But
oh, yeah, she died in 1993 at the age of 96 years old. So she lived a long, productive,
that's a good run. That's a
fabulous
good run.
Life.
That's a great run.
96. Good for her. Outstanding.
Good stuff. Hey, Nadi, appreciate it, man.
Oh, man, you already know.
That's what's up.
Tell them where they can find you before you go, Nadi.
Oh, make sure y'all tune in on Wednesdays to the No Show. You never know what you might get, but you're going to be informed. And, yeah, man, follow me on Twitter, man, and Instagram and TikTok. One Man Cave.
We appreciate you, Dread. All right, man, that's the great Nadi Dread. With his 4 stories that we did not hit, we call it the Funky 4. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Duck Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews. And this is your Two Live Stews experience. Good morning to y'all, man. So many good things going on.
So I just mentioned
say something.
I've just mentioned, and I'm shocked that y'all haven't been seeing it. But there's a lot of pictures going around. And I don't know what happened. They were at some event or something like that. But Biggie Small's daughter is grown now.
I pulled the picture up.
And And let's go ahead and show.
Fucking play, jump in.
It's Biggie's daughter, man. She looked just like him. Bless her heart.
Damn.
That's Biggie's daughter. I can kind of see him. They kind of favor. They kind of favor. Rest in peace to the great B.I.G.
She's got an extremely long face. Yep. Shouts out to her though. Wish her the best.
Face doesn't quite match the body, but beautiful young lady. So there's a lot of pictures going around of her, and maybe it's because of the anniversary of Biggie. Maybe they paid some type of tribute to him. I think the second greatest.
It's because Biggie's mom passed away.
That's right, and they were showing her different people at the funeral, and so I guess maybe this is one of the first times his daughter was in the spotlight and old enough where people took notice, and so yeah, I think the second greatest MC of all time. You got him in your top 5, definitely, right?
Oh, yeah, Biggie is only reason why Biggie's behind Jay-Z is because Jay-Z's got more bodies of work than Biggie. But yes, he is definitely in my top 3, no question.
Okay, so we got the last 48, the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group over the last couple of days. We're going to get to that now or next segment, Tree. Give me a thumbs up.
Next segment. Quick question for you, though.
Yes, sir.
Are you excited about the hiring in Colorado, the newest hiring in Colorado?
I saw this.
Byron
Leftwich. Yes.
The Bucks shook him down, and Dion hired him. So you got Warren Sapp, Marshall Faulk, and Byron Leftwich on the same coaching staff with Dion Sanders. So his coordinators, at least last season, I'm not sure if they've updated or that switched, were 2 former professional coordinators from the National Football League.
So they've got the number 1 recruit in the country that signed with them. I don't know.
And they got him too. Forgot about that.
At quarterback, the kid from Georgia. You would think that selling the fact that your position coach is a Hall of Fame player would help you get better kids. Instead of getting 3-star kids, you could probably get a lot more 4- and 5-star kids with what they've got there on campus, right?
Yeah, your new quarterback coach or offense coordinator, whatever Leftwich is going to be, your new guy used to coach Tom Brady.
That's an easy sell, right?
It's an easy sell.
Not this year, but in 2 years, I'm saying Colorado gonna make a run for a national championship. Because you got to give the coach 4 years to get his players in and get all of the old players out. I think so, man. I'm calling it right now. Colorado going to be in contention for a national championship, not this coming year, but in 2 years.
Sir.
Did I go too far?
No. And they've gotten better every year he's coached. So why not? It makes total sense.
If he stays there, why not? Yeah.
Last year
it's hard. If you're a running back, it's hard to tell Marshall Faulk. But you know what? Do these kids even know how nice Marshall Faulk was?
He's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, they know who he is if they play football. If they're a running back and they play the position, they know who Marshall Faulk is.
Okay,
if you're a defensive lineman and you play the position, you know who Warren Sapp is.
Try to think like a 17, 18-year-old kid coming out today. If they keep telling you about this guy, it was so great. 100%, any recruit that they have come on campus, he's going to look up the player, or he's going to look up Marshall Faulk, he's going to look up Warren Sapp on YouTube, right? And see a highlight film.
They know who they are before they get there.
Yeah.
These are huge names in NFL sports.
Man, Marshall Faulk was so nice at San Diego State. I don't think I even heard of the name San Diego State until Marshall Faulk started, showing up on highlight reels every Sunday morning.
Okay. In the last 20 years, Colorado has surpassed 9 wins once. And that was in 2016. Since Dion's been there, he went 4-8, and last year he went 9-4. And dare I say, this year he'll be better than 9-4.
That's 10 wins. You get double-digit wins in your
He
third
hadn't
year.
had- they've had it once in 20 years. He's revived the program. Oh yeah, and by the way, the Stew's first trip is probably going to be going to the Colorado Georgia Tech game. Y'all want to go with us? We're putting together a great package for you. We're going to have a fun-filled weekend. Okay? We're putting together a package for your hotel, flights, tickets to the game. We already got the tickets secured. We've been to do some traveling, and we're going to invite y'all to go with us. Hopefully, y'all make it.
Up next, the last 48, plus an announcement that could leave you in tears. Don't go away. The Two Live Stews.
We're going to Colorado, damn it. Y'all go with us to Colorado.
Are you tired of workouts that leave you feeling drained? Do you want to push your limits without compromising your health? Introducing NPE, the ultimate pre-workout powerhouse. NPE is packed with natural plant-based ingredients that fuel your body and mind. We're talking about sustained energy, enhanced focus, and accelerated recovery. All this while giving your immune system a powerful boost. But NPE doesn't stop there. It also stimulates circulation, enhancing blood flow throughout your body. And it doesn't just improve your workout performance, it also boosts fertility and sexual drive in both men and women. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, NPE is here to help you reach new heights. Don't settle for sluggish workouts. Unleash your inner athlete with NPE. That's natural performance energy. This is not your ordinary pre-workout supplement. Our clients will tell you NPE also stands for natural power, peak performance, every workout.
It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews, and this is your Two Live Stews experience. Good morning, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Really appreciate it. Hey. So I like that song. I like that song. Hey.
All right, so let's get to it, man. The last 48, the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group. If you're new to the show, we got two groups online. We got the Facebook group, which right now I think it has like 38,000 members. I think Facebook only allows like 500 to see anything at any point in time. That's neither here nor there. And then we have the Facebook page, where you can see all of the videos, the no-show, the Two Live Stews, the Tea with Tree, old episodes. All of our video content is on the Facebook page, the Two Live Stews Facebook page. Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me. I think this is time for a joke. I don't know. I think that's where.
Well, Tree, I'll oblige. Doug, do you mind do you mind?
So wait a minute. So let's make sure I'm understanding what's going on. We're gonna make this a regular segment. You tell a joke.
No one said that. But I do have something I want to say. So a man accidentally elbows a woman's boobs as she was standing behind him in the hotel lobby. Right. The man apologizes profusely and said, "Hey, if your heart is as soft as your breast, I know you forgive me." To which the lady turned around and replied, "If your dick is as hard as your elbow, I'm in room 308. Okay, go with the show. I'm sorry, let's go. Kill that one. If your dick is as hard as your elbow, I'm in 308.
I really think that joke is inappropriate for 7 a.m. in the morning, man.
Is it? No, is it really?
If we were on the old show right now, we'd be hearing this. Wham, 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 wham.
I didn't think about the appropriateness of the joke. I apologize.
The FCC would have pulled us off the air, man.
But we're not FCC regulated, and that was funny.
I know, but it doesn't sound right at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, I should have said meat. If your meat as hard as your elbow, I'm in 308. I think we should just move on. Last 48, Tree. I apologize. That's a good one, though. I mean, the way I hit it. I think I need a one shot when I do that in the fourth. Moving forward, Tree, if I do a joke, not saying that I will, I think I want to do a one shot.
Rel says, I'm trying to eat my cereal and then telling eggplant jokes. Right. Totally inappropriate, man.
Okay. All right. I apologize. I'll do better next time because there will be a next time.
All right. So
I disagree with a few teams on this list.
The biggest memes that we pulled out of the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group over the last couple of days. This is from Joseph Felix, the 25 worst teams of all time. Which teams do you disagree with?
I disagree with the Falcons, and I disagree with the Bucks.
That's interesting.
The Bucks have got the Bucks have got a few Super Bowls in the last 2 decades.
Yeah, but overall, they were so bad for so long. Them winning a championship, them winning 2 championships, still doesn't compare to how bad historically the Buccaneers have been.
Okay, but because of the Super Bowl wins, I understand Detroit being on the list. I understand Sacramento being on the list. I understand the Cardinals being on the list.
Hold on.
You got multiple Super Bowl wins and more appearances, and you on a worst of all times? No way.
Yeah, man. Listen, and maybe we should look at this from a different perspective. You're probably going to disagree because you have biases. You watched a lot of Tampa Bay. You probably know players that played for the Bucks when they won the Super Bowls.
I know their history because they used to be in the NFC Central. That was one of the teams we played twice a year.
I think the bigger take from this meme, and put it back up, Tree. I think the bigger take from this meme is the way that the general public feels about these teams.
Okay.
I think it's real a sad case that the sports world thinks of the Falcons as one of the worst 25 teams of all times, despite
I agree.
the sport.
I mean,
but
I don't.
But
I
when you lose a Super Bowl where you were up 28-3 at half, and then you went for many years where you had a losing season and a bad season, losing season, bad season. I think I understand why they got the Falcons there.
But you were in the Super Bowl. There's teams that don't get to the Super Bowl.
Well, to quote the great, matter of fact, I heard the great Larry McKelvey, Charlamagne's dad, say this one day over there at Cowboys. The sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while.
Shout out to you, Mr. X.
Huh?
Okay, man. I get it, man.
The sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while. And the fact that they got the Falcons, go back to it one more time, Tree. I'm sorry. One more time. The fact that they have the Falcons on this says a lot about what the general sports public feels about the Falcons.
Julio Jones, Warwick Dunn, Michael Vick, Matt Ryan, Tony Gonzalez, Algie Crumpler.
But what about the other 90% of the time?
Dion, Bad Moon Rising. I mean, golly, Jamal Anderson.
So everybody else on the list you're okay with. You just have a problem with the Buccaneers and the Falcons.
Bucks, Falcons, and maybe Portland, but I'm not going to ride or die for Portland. But everybody else I get. And Detroit is making a comeback. But yes, we're the only team that's over. We went 0-16 one year. I get it. I see why they're on the list, but not the Falcons.
Okay, that's good, man. Hey, you rooting for you. I'm trying to be unbiased. I'm trying not to just make a point. And I think a lot of it's got to do with the fact that we live in Atlanta. We love the Falcons. We want to see them do well. I get what you're saying, man, but I think that guy is from another market, and I think that whole list is to be unbiased. And the Falcons, man, usually after like game 7, nobody goes to the Dome no more, man, or Mercedes-Benz. Like the tailgates just be abysmal, man, after like week 6 or 7, 9 times out of 10. Let's keep it real.
They wasn't when we were doing them in the tailgate.
Right, but that was a special era. The Vic era was different than the other. All right, Tree, what's the next one? Tree? Sir, I want you to give congratulations. I think that congratulations are in order for Miss Angel Reese. Posted on X. Following the Roses Unrivaled Championship, the Unrivaled League that they are doing, this 3-on-3 league. She missed a game to injury, but she was voted the league's defensive player of the year, and now she's a champion.
Congratulations.
You can't take away the fact that she's a champion. Caitlin Clark wasn't a champion in college.
How many games did you watch?
Angel Reese. Angel Reese was a champion in college. Angel Reese is now a champion as a pro.
In this new league, right? In this new league.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations, Angel.
Wait a minute. Please don't tell me you're going to try to put down the league. The league has its games televised on national TV. This is a real league.
What's the league called?
The Unrivaled League.
Okay. Yeah. And how many contests did you watch?
I watched a lot of them.
Man, stop it.
So hold on. I'll put it back up to you one more time. You're gonna try to discount this young lady's achievement on a day like this? Maybe you can discount it later, but on a day like the day we're celebrating it, you want to shit on it.
You tell me whatever you want to tell me, and I'll tell you whatever I want to tell you. I didn't issue on anybody, but I asked you how many games you watched, and you didn't answer because you didn't watch any.
I did answer.
Not
I said
one.
a bunch. I said a bunch. I did answer.
Okay. All right. Well, congratulations, Angel.
I'm disappointed in you in that, man.
You can be disappointed.
I'm disappointed in you.
Damn. I could give a hot damn how disappointed you are.
Next one, Tree.
I mean, a hot damn. One of them dams that's got volcano stuff in it.
Bringing in the great Naughty Dread. So, Legends of Wrestling. BET has a list of 15 greatest black wrestlers ever. Booker T is listed as number 1. What do you think? I posted this.
Somebody named Ron, a black wrestler named Ron Simmons has got to be closer to the front.
Exactly. King Booker is great.
I'm cool with Booker T, but someone named Ron Simmons got to be closer to the front. Junkyard Dog has to be closer to the front. And if the race of black folks are truly drafting The Rock, then he's got to be number 1. That's all I got on it.
Right. The Rock should be number 1 on that list.
So I will agree with that. The Rock should be number 1.
Ron Simmons definitely should be in the top 5. There's no doubt about it.
His name is
the
Ron
black
Simmons.
champion in 2 major organizations.
Every black person know a Ron Simmons. Every black person.
But you know what? You got to throw the whole list in the trash because they don't have Tony Atlas or Rufus Freight Train Jones.
Well, they missing some guys. They're missing a Roman Reigns. They're missing Tony Atlas. They missing Too Cold Scorpio. They missing Swerve Strickland.
Too Cold Scorpio.
Hold on. Roman Reigns is not of the culture, though. He's not.
What you mean? That's The Rock's cousin. They family. He is of the culture.
Roman, they went to Georgia Tech. Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns went to Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
he's Samoan. They Samoan niggas.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Dred. I'm listening.
Let me say, Swerve Strickland, who's one of the best professional wrestlers in the game today. Too Cold Scorpio was one of the first black wrestlers I seen that had the power game, that had the aerial game, and he could sell. So they just missing a few names on this list, and the order is out of whack. So I disagree with this list, but it seems like they just thought of some black names and they just put them on a piece of paper and was like, this must be the list.
How do you have any list of black wrestlers and don't have Tony Atlas?
Right, they don't have the Uso brothers. I mean,
that's a good call. The Uso brothers.
And listen,
these are Roman Reigns' cousins, Ryan.
Yeah,
you know they all family, right? Nia Jax.
It's like 30 of them dudes from Samoa.
Yeah, they have a wrestling lineage. The whole. I mean, even The Rock's father, he's not on the list.
Right.
So there's a lot. Let me say this before I get out of here because I like to keep things at 100.
Italian is Italian, Mexican is Mexican, Samoan Samoan, and black is black.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
As far as Michael Jordan on in prison, there's a white Michael Jordan that invested in prison. So that was a mix up there, and I
wasn't even going to follow up on that foolishness.
Yeah. But I like to keep it I like to keep it 100. I don't want to. Yeah. But it's all good. I just like to keep it 100.
Thank you, Naughty.
Okay, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Roman Reigns, I would never think that he was a black man. And he went to Tech. When he was in there, when was he at Tech?
He was right behind me a couple seasons. I did not play with him, But he was right behind me.
Now the Rock's daddy, Rocky Johnson, is black. So I think the Rock's daddy, Rocky Johnson, is black, kind of fair skin, and I think he probably married into this. I don't know. I don't know how the whole thing goes, but I would say Rock is definitely a brother, especially if we're going to rank him at #1 all-time black wrestler, which as far as talking and having a mouthpiece, the only person that comes before The Rock as far as that is the Nature Boy.
Roman Reigns played college football for Georgia Tech. His defensive line was an ACC All-Selection in '96. So, yeah, he was right behind me.
And I'd definitely be Ernie Ladd was somebody's name, but we'll be
Big
remiss. We'll be very remiss. One of the greatest black wrestlers of all time, Thunderbolt Patterson, is not on this list. This list is disqualified. If you don't have any Thunderbolt Patterson, this list is disqualified.
You know what? I thought you was going to come on and say something like Rocky King or somebody like that.
No, you do know Thunderbolt Patterson, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's a legend. Dusty Rhodes got his whole act off of Thunderbolt Patterson.
Yeah. Old school.
Right.
Good stuff, Nadi. Good stuff. Next one, Tree. What's the next meme we got? This is
Looking forward to this.
I've seen this all over the interweb, so it must be true. Snowfall spinoff takes major step forward with pilot order at FX starring Gail Bean and Isaiah John. Do you think this is a good concept? Because you remember in the series, they had went to Africa, then they came back at the end. He came back and was talking with what's his name? Not Francis. Franklin. He was talking to Franklin, and Franklin was strung out and everything. Do you think that's a good angle to follow those two?
I
those
do.
Two characters.
There's a few storylines. I do.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if Franklin's going to be a part of it.
Maybe Franklin gets cleaned up. Maybe he gets cleaned up and he makes a comeback. I don't know.
Because then it would be about Franklin and it wouldn't be about them. So I don't think Franklin may be a part of it.
Right.
I will give it a try, though.
I'm definitely going to give it a try.
Yep.
Phenomenal series. All right, next one, Tree. I think this might be the last one coming up, and you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience.
Oh, boy.
All right, so this comes from a group called The Good Old Days. Thomas James, shouts out to you. Everything in this picture is now in your pocket.
It's amazing, man. 2025.
Okay, so tying into this whole return of the spacecraft with Suni and Butch, this has always been my contention in why this whole moon landing thing, I believe, was bullshit. Okay? You do know that the last time we supposedly went to the moon was 1969. The moon landing was basically orchestrated by an entire building of mainframe, big-ass computers, which today, all of those computers that they had and the technology they had in 1969 is probably in your iPhone right now. So if we were able to go to the moon in 1969, shouldn't we technically be able to go to the moon like every hour on the hour of the day?
With
the tremendous advancement in technology 50 years later, but yet we can't go back to the moon. And every time they announce they're going to try to go back to the moon, it gets delayed a year. It gets delayed 5 years. Why not? We did it 50 years ago. We should be able to do it like that. Talk to me.
Well, you've had a real beef and problem with
the lies.
The moon situation our entire career. I mean,
my entire life.
We've done several shows that have been derailed because of your thoughts on the moon. And but Shaggy, our former producer, you and him used to go back and forth about it all day long.
But just look at the meme that we posted. Doesn't that make sense? Common sense.
It does make common sense. We have all this stuff in here now. All of it. All those things in that picture is in here. All of it. I was going out of town one time, man, and I got about 45 miles down the road and realized I didn't have my phone. And I was like, I gotta go back. We gotta go back.
Yeah, I mean, if you leave your house without your phone, you feel naked.
You're done.
But to the bigger point, the technology today is vastly, I'd say, I don't know, 20,000% better.
One of my favorite parts of the show, man. That 2-minute trespass is coming, y'all. Y'all get ready. Should be a good one. And then after that, it's all about y'all. We're going to jump into these chat. Super chatters, thank you very much. We're going to give y'all the props and the love you deserve. Thank you, super chatters. And we'll read other chat messages because the show is about y'all. So 2-minute trespass, and we'll be right back. Y'all come on, man. Naughty Dread in the show prep meeting said, hey, man, so who did they leave behind that took the video? Because the camera even, it's on the ship, right? And as it takes off, the camera even goes up like this. We didn't have that kind of technology back then.
Right, like the AI technology that can follow you around.
No,
the cameras
man,
follow you
no.
around automatically. In
No.
1972. Not even that's a small detail. Actually, it's a big detail. But the bigger detail, even bigger than that detail, is that shit look like something that we built in science class, man. The whole damn ship. It looked like aluminum. Please show it one more time, Tree. Please show that video one more time. Y'all telling me this went a couple 100,000 miles away and landed successfully and flew back. Show it one more time, Tree. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this.
That cat has stood on his pulpit.
3, 2, 1.
What? Is that glitter? You telling me?
It wasn't even flames, man. It was like some kind of pyrotechnics. It was glitter. Yeah, man. Yep. You better be careful. Somebody don't knock on your door and take you with them. Yep. Yep. You can't be exposing the people for what they do or what they don't do, man.
I mean, I'm not the only one. A lot of people have these concerns about the whole moon landing being fake or whatnot. You believe in aliens?
I do believe in aliens. And I think that everybody that thinks we're the only life form that's living on this planet when there's other known planets, I think y'all are crazy.
They're like, and I'm looking for it right now.
I've had an encounter with a couple of aliens, man, but I'm not going to get into that right now.
Okay, so our galaxy, the number of galaxies in the universe is estimated to be between hundreds of billions and 2 trillions.
So we're the only life form that's living. Okay.
And there was one more stat I pulled up.
Why are we so damn special on this planet?
Listen to this. How many planets are very comparable to the Earth in our galaxy? Once again, there's trillions of galaxies, right? Estimates suggest there could be hundreds of billions, even trillions of Earth-like planets in the universe.
Yep.
Okay? And that's just observable universe.
Yep.
We can't, it's not like at the end of the universe, as far as we can see, as far as our telescopes can see, it's not like there's a wall there and there's not universes in space past that.
Yep.
So if they say in trillions, it's probably trillions to the 50th power before we hit a wall in the universe. It's crazy, man. You telling us that we went to space. Let's get to these chat messages. Arlie, jump in. Arlie. Jump in, Arlie.
What it is, yo? What's up?
What's up? How you doing, Arlie?
Hey, I'm gonna go work out. I swear I am. I feel like if I put my clothes on, it's gonna force me to go. It has not worked. It didn't work yesterday, but we're gonna see. What's up? We reading chat.
So I thought you had on a workout stuff right now.
I do.
Okay. All right. Showing off them clavicles.
I've been working them. They told me to exercise. I've been doing.
Did you start your fan page yet?
I'm working on it. I got a good name for it so far.
The exercises are going to help your traps and or your upper chest, but it's not going to define your collarbones anymore.
I'm just gonna do what people do. I'm gonna figure out how because I don't know how to do that. Where you do the makeup, where you like contour. I'm just gonna contour with some makeup and make them look real popping like that. That's not sexy. I look like a Skeletor. Anyway, what y'all need me? What I'm doing? What happened?
Oh no. No. I'm sorry. Okay, Arlie. No, this is
Get out. Go away.
This is trees. There we go.
No,
Got it.
this is crazy.
Oh, thank you,
What's
Arlie.
wrong with y'all?
Thank you, Arlie. Apologies. I was thinking about the wrong thing. I was thinking about Arlie's world. There we go, Tree. Tree's ready to read some chat.
I'm ready to not. I'm ready for you to produce the show.
Go ahead,
Really?
Tree.
No,
Yeah,
but I want
it
to
was a
ask you
mistake.
something. Did you know that the guys that sang the Trespass song, that this was them?
Oh my God.
What? Well, we got to change that. Who is that? Foxy. Oh, get off.
Yes.
My
I
entire
knew
life I've been jamming to them my entire life.
Exactly.
And this was a classic. Get off.
I
Was
mean,
a
like
classic.
all my days.
I think there was a dance surrounding Get Off.
They're from Miami. Like when I was doing research, I thought, oh my.
I
Oh
had no
my
idea.
goodness.
I had no idea.
You learn something every day, they say. Okay.
Yeah.
And them boys are funky. Them boys
They
are
were.
funky.
They were. Y'all look. Yes,
get up.
Rail. Yes. Can we please talk about this?
Y'all forgot about Tree like the Breakfast
Yeah,
Club.
that's
Forgot about
what we're
Just
like.
Hilarious.
I'm a living proof of that.
So what's the details? Give the details to the story for people that don't know.
So Jess had a baby. Well, iHeart hired her because of her comedic. It's Jess with the mess. So they hired her, and then soon after she announced that she was pregnant, and then she went off to have the baby. She said 59 times that she chose Lauren to come and sit in for her. Lauren is a skilled, educated producer / journalist. She worked for TMZ. She's the truth. She's different. It's different. So then she goes to have the baby. Jess comes back. And the way it presents is that they kept Lauren, and Lauren is like in her segment.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's inappropriate. And I think men are probably running things over there because, first of all, if they decided to make it from a threesome to a foursome, let the girl know. Pause.
Right.
Let the girl know. Y'all paying her to be a comedian, not a studious, educated, whatever Lauren brings. And so it doesn't appear that they let her know. And then she said she kept, going to them to find out what's going on. And from there, she just lost it. And she went on a live on Tuesday night and went off and started telling business.
Yeah. She kind of pulled a Monique.
She's shouldn't have done that.
She's not going to be there much longer. She's not going to be there much longer.
And I don't listen to the show. I don't watch that show daily. I have checked it out a couple times, but I like Jess Hilarious. She's super funny to me and engaging. I like Jess. I don't know about the other young lady.
Lauren should. This is how I operate. I'm not trying to be in Arlie's segment. It's her segment. And I don't want to be in it. It's her segment. And Lauren, to me, if they said, okay, even though Jess is back, we're going to keep you. I think that she should have said, does Jess know? Like some kind of conversation.
Right. Give her a heads up.
Maybe this is staged anyway. Like maybe this is to get clicks. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
She messed up by putting her feelings out. Eric David. Thank you so much for your donation. Ari, oh, happy belated birthday, Ari. LOL.
It's actually Arlie, sir.
He trying to say Arlie?
Yeah, I think
that's why he put the LOL. I think he was being funny. I think he was attempting to be funny.
Oh, okay.
Y'all went to the same comedy.
She spells it ARLE.
I'm in room 308.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you so much. Good joke. From Eddie Jewell. In the EV game, Tesla is the best charging system. What? In the EV game, Tesla is the best charging system. That's why people are loyal to Tesla. I drove a Model 3, and just like the Nutsi being undefeated, The Tesla charging system is undefeated. Move on, Elon.
EV, electric vehicle, I guess.
Do you trust that?
What?
Would you drive an electric vehicle? Like
I would. I have driven one before, and it's very, very
would you buy
strange.
it? Would you?
I think that it's got too many bugs in it right now, from what I've heard and talking to people.
Yeah,
I wouldn't trust it.
They're on 5th and 6th generations now. Those bugs have been worked out, man. They're incredible
I
vehicles.
always hear these stories about people having issues with it.
Doug still mails in the post office for his tag. So
I bought a new vehicle not too long ago, man, and 6 months after having it, 4 months after having it, it's now been in the shop for the last month and a half because they're replacing the engine.
A new vehicle?
It's not an EV. It's not an EV.
It's a new car.
But it was just a recall.
Oh, okay.
And so it's not just electric vehicles that have problems or situations. That's why there's so many shops on every block. People need to get their cars repaired. Yeah, my buddy says, and in the great Robert Porsche, I've been giving everybody that owns a Tesla a hard time, but he says I don't pay for maintenance. I don't pay for gas. And I'm like, that's hard to argue.
Yeah, but to charge your car up, you pay to charge your car up, right?
Yes, it is electricity. It is a part of your electric bill. But what is it? A nickel a night, maybe?
Oh, okay.
A night? He don't pay for gas, man. Man, I spend over $500 a month in fuel. In fuel, man.
How much did you say?
Over 500
Oh, yeah.
a month
Yeah.
driving these kids around.
Especially in Atlanta.
I'm in Columbus.
But you're not in Atlanta.
I'm in Columbus, sir.
Oh, but you go on y'all got the sports road trips.
I got 3. Everybody's got events every
Travel
day.
ball.
And then your truck, you got a big ass truck too.
Yes.
SUV.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But guess
How
what?
much does it cost to fill up how much does it cost to fill up that truck? That SUV.
Depending on where I get the gas from, because I don't go to Sam no more because Ninjas told me to boycott. But every time I drive by Sam's, I see Ninjas at the gas station. Anyway, it depends on where I get the gas from. But I can easily spend over $100 filling my truck up.
That's your problem right there. You got to get rid
But
of
guess
that.
what?
What?
But guess what? What? They now have a truck just like mine that is electric. Cadillac makes it now. It's fully electric. But they want $150,000 for it.
Right. That's what I was about to say is 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. If you get an electric vehicle, they're going to charge you for it. For you not to have to pump $100 worth of gas in your regular car. Yeah.
They're going to get their money on the front or the back.
Yeah.
Thank you for the money, Rail.
From Rail Scott, networking is not begging. One phone call can change the stew's future. # make the call. Can you call him on air?
That's true.
Call him right now.
I don't want to put him on blast like that, but that's true. I really feel like I think it's our pride sometimes, man. We have so many connections in the industry in general, and we don't use our resources like that. And I always preach to kids to use their resources. Maybe let's just call everybody that we got that we think can make some moves today and we get off the show.
Your network will equal your net worth.
Absolutely.
I'm a firm believer in that quote.
From Loose Neck, thank you so much. Doug, a.k.a. Mr. Black Man, leaping over top 5s and midgets in a single bound.
What did the midgets got to do with anything? I'm getting a shirt that says Mr. Black Man on the front.
Mr. Black Man. It's a great name.
Maybe that could be one of the T-shirts.
Speaking of that,
I love it.
That Doug is the Black Man joke by Ryan earlier was hilarious. Great show today, Stews. Thank you, why not?
Thank you, Mr. Why Not.
Thank you, why not? I know what I'm doing.
You can donate as well. Bottom of the chat to the right, click on the dollar symbol and donate a couple bucks.
Thank you, Loose Neck. More coins. Tracy Morgan should have used pork and bean juice. Did y'all used to eat pork and beans?
Hell
that
yeah.
thing in the can. What was that piece of fat?
Yep.
That you
Butt's meat. It was some type of pork, a little pork piece.
Oh God.
Pork and beans and rice is still one of my favorite meals in the world.
Yeah, I don't willingly just do pork and beans.
So
wine-
lima beans and rice is my actual favorite.
Lima
meal.
beans. Then
Yeah.
I can do lima beans, but I don't willingly just do pork and beans.
And lima beans and butter beans are the same, correct?
No,
No.
they're different. No,
They're different.
Yeah.
Totally
Okay.
different. It's a different bean.
Okay. Thank you. Why not? Again, I swear I DM Charlemagne the God to help y'all when the man dismissed y'all. That ninja ignored me too. He says he's reaching out. Everybody DM Charlemagne today.
Just do this. If y'all into DMing people, DM Charlemagne today and tell him Doug Stewart about to call his ass in a couple minutes. Just tell him to be on the lookout.
Do it right now.
If he sees an unfamiliar number on his phone, tell him to answer that. Give him a heads up.
Go on Charlemagne's page and post that Doug Stewart is gonna call you today.
Stu's gonna call you today. Yeah.
From Rel Scott, man, I just had a roll bounce flashback with that 2-minute trespass. I'm over here popping and locking like sweetness. Thank you, Rel.
The white folks had you popping and locking.
They're Cubans, I think.
Okay.
From your cousin. Is that your cousin, right?
Cornell, yeah.
Number one Dolphins fan.
What up, Cornell, homeboy, cuzzo?
Thank you so much. Everyone knows I'm sorry.
That can't be our cousin because he's a Cowboy fan.
That's true. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
But
right.
Cornell, we got number love for you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Everyone knows we didn't land on the moon. Doug put us on a flat Earth video. Doug put us onto a flat Earth video back in the day that convinced me.
I don't talk about flat Earth like I do about this moon thing. The flat Earth thing is very debatable. I don't even get into discussions about the flat Earth.
It's not debatable.
It's
not debatable.
Oh God.
No, it's not debatable.
What?
The flat Earth thing is not debatable.
In what regard?
In what way?
It's round.
Oh, okay.
There's curvature.
I thought you was
You
about
can
to
see
say
it from plains. You can see it from boats. You can see it from mountains. There's curvature.
I
It's
thought
not
But Doug
flat.
doesn't visit any of those places, so
I thought you were going to fight for the flat earthers.
No, they're insane. There's no point to where you can just drop off the earth if you keep going. It doesn't happen like that.
is Charlemagne calling you right now, Doug?
I think he is.
Someone's phone is ringing.
Son of a bitch.
From Richard Bullock.
Thank you,
Love the
Richard.
show. Thank you so much. We love it too.
I was out in the garage last night and I saw a group of 10 ants, right? They're just running around frantically.
Is this a
So-
joke?
I felt
Oh,
bad
you-
for the ants, so I made a small house for them, right? Little cardboard box. It wasn't but so big. Plenty of space for them. And after I made the cardboard box, I technically realized that now I'm a landlord because I've got 10 ants.
Oh my God. What's happening?
You're killing them today, Ryan. You are killing them. You know what? I think I'm going back on stage.
You
think
used
I'm
to
going
be
back
on
on stage.
stage telling
I've tried
jokes.
a couple times. I've tried a couple times and I failed epically each time. It's not easy. It's not easy at all.
Will y'all come if we host a comedy
Pause.
night featuring
Pause.
Ryan and Arlie? Arlie should be telling
Hey,
jokes.
man,
She's
T.I.
super funny.
is telling jokes, man. People are paying to see T.I. tell jokes. If
Well,
T.I.
they're paying-
can do it, you can do it, sir.
They're paying to see T.I., man. And I've seen his routine.
And
He's hit or miss. But so am I.
like you.
Yes, but so am I.
Uncle Mike, thank you so much. I love Naughty. Pause. He's like the irritating little brother. But at what point do y'all write him up or suspend him asking for a friend? Don't do that.
Yeah. It's just move on. Let's just move on.
I'm
Uncle Mike,
advocating for you, Naughty.
Thank you, Uncle Mike. We appreciate the love, man. We appreciate
Damn,
the
I'm
love.
trying to get
Naughty
this
special.
man wrote up. Calvin, aka Big Jeff, do y'all think the women's NCAA tournament will be more popular than the men's again this year?
Yes.
Thank
They've
you
got
for
a
your donation.
superstar. Okay. You're gonna say Cooper Flag. Name me the superstar in the league other than Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
There's a few women, man. Malaysia, Fort Wiley down in South Carolina, Juju, and
So
US.
the
I mean,
big-
there's
the
a few
biggest-
women.
The biggest name in women's basketball, Juju, is
Yeah.
a bigger name, I think, than Cooper Flag. Is that right?
I agree with you 100%.
And that sounds crazy. That
It's
sounds
not
crazy.
It's the reality of what we're dealing
I
with right
never
now.
thought I'd see a day in my lifetime
Hey,
where
man,
a women's
in
basketball
Malaysia,
player,
I'd rather watch Malaysia than Cooper Flag, man.
Cooper
Malaysia
Flag is a
fought while they in
beast.
South Carolina with Dion Staley.
Cooper Flag is a beast. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not
He is a beast.
right. He's a beast,
Yeah.
especially
Okay.
for a white boy.
All right.
Go ahead, Tree.
Derek Rivers, thank you for your donation.
Cuzzo!
Want to
Now,
say
that's-
anything?
Yeah, that's our cuzzo for real
Thank
right
you,
there.
cuz. I'm coming home real soon because I'm gonna bring you something special. It's gonna be a good batch, a real good batch. I'm gonna bring you something special, cuz. Thank you.
I don't know what that means. Let's go. Let's go with these chats. From RC, y'all put Elle Duncan on. Now she's on ESPN. I'm sure she'd come on your show. We've called her.
Yep. Nope. Another non-callback.
She's
Now,
not
I get why she
returned
probably
calls.
didn't call me back because I used to bust her ovaries, not physically or not literally.
But I was about to say, you really dropped some news with that one.
Yeah, no. Okay. All right, let's dial
Clean
that
it
back.
up.
That's the equivalent. That's the equivalent to when they use the term bust their hump.
Right.
You're trying to intersect.
I say I
she's a
bust
woman.
balls of men, I bust ovaries of women, but not the. Anyway, I see why she doesn't call me back because I used to give her a hard time. But I don't think she's called Doug back in the last few years.
Yeah, but you didn't do it from a malicious standpoint. You were just playing with her.
No. But yeah, sometimes you can take that playing in a way that
I'm calling her today too. I'm calling Elle. That's my girl.
she's the reason why we got put on at WEEI, the interview we did in Boston a while back. She's the one that went to the program director to talk to them about bringing the stews up, and they brought us up and we auditioned, and then they sent us back.
That's the first time you've
And
ever.
then they
that's,
sent us back.
that's the first time we've ever said that out loud, though, man.
Oh, is it?
Was that supposed to be in the book?
Yeah, or not?
Why not? See, this is what I'm talking. I'm not gonna start.
That'd be a good one to put in the book.
I mean,
Yeah. No, I mean she literally met us at the door. Like, hey, Stu, listen, you're gonna be so and so, and this guy so. This guy loves you. This lady loves you. Now you're gonna have to sit down and talk with her. So, I mean, she was trying to help us get down. Yeah, put that in the book. Why not?
what is wrong? Okay, from Julius 35C, BYD is better than Tesla, but they don't sell it in the U.S.
Now define the black company that you sent us a while back that's got the EVs now, the electric vehicles.
From Loose Neck, Corey Holcomb went in on Jess and they didn't defend her. Jess felt disrespected. Absolutely. You can tell she doesn't feel protected in that space at all. Those men don't have her back at all. It's too bad. Poor thing. Even though I'm not a fan of hers, but
Of Jess?
no, but I can see what they're doing to her.
Why you don't like Jess?
It's not it doesn't align with me. Some of the things that she said, that's not but she's somebody likes it. iHeart liked it until they didn't. That's the dirty business of radio. We like you today and you're just so expendable.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they pay her out. And
I
you
think
said
it's life,
something.
though. It's not just radio. I think it's life.
Sure.
It's in sports. It's in film. It's in politics. It's in radio. It's in TV. You know, it just is what it is.
Well, Doug, you made a good point. If you said last night, you said if they are going to keep giving her the same check, then let that girl do it. And I agree with that.
Yeah, Malcolm called me yesterday.
That's wisdom.
One of our former producers.
Broke leg. Shout out to you, Broke Leg.
It's not broke leg.
What is it?
Legs. They call them legs. Because he's got all big up top and no legs at all. But anyway, one of our former producers called me about this whole topic, and he was arguing back and forth with his friend that she shouldn't be mad because she's really there as a talent, not just somebody doing the entertainment report. And how do you look at it? Do you think that she's there as talent, or do you think she's there? On her contract, it says she's doing an entertainment report.
I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and I said, I don't give a damn what your title is. Just get to the bag.
You're right.
Just get to the bag.
Right.
I think titles are superficial, and I think some people use them as weapons, and get to the bag. You went away to have a baby. You recommended her. She did a good job. You came back. They found a spot for her. It's okay.
She got She got Wally pipped.
I agree that it's okay, but she auditioned for Angela Yee. She is Angela's replacement. She wasn't brought in as talent. They brought her in to replace Angela. But again, as long as my check is deposited, I don't care.
I hate saying this.
You know,
Stephen A says this, so I hate saying it. But life is fluid. Things change. So she kind of blindsided them with the pregnancy. Okay, so they needed somebody to fill in, and the chick that they brought in killed it. Does a great job and is a real pro and helps them on several different aspects of the show. It's okay. Life is fluid. It's fluid. It changes daily.
She should have had the baby on camera. Ratings.
Well, it still wouldn't have helped because Lauren London does an excellent job.
And people are insinuating that she lost her job.
And what she does. She's great.
People are insinuating that she lost her job. And, there's laws against you leaving for maternity leave and coming back and not having your job. She still got her job.
She got her job, man.
Right.
She's sensitive because it's not going the way she wanted it to go. She's not getting the love that she felt she should be getting because they show Lauren so much love. It's okay.
All right, True. Let's keep reading. Let's go.
From June B77, thank you so much. Corey Holcomb says Jess Hilarious has a bionic body.
She's had work? I didn't know she had work.
I don't know, but she's interesting. She looks different, like Biggie's daughter to me. She looks different. From FM, I had no idea those Get Off girls were white dudes.
I just didn't know. Didn't know.
From
and
Uncle
it's funky music, man. I love it.
From Uncle Mike, Gail Bean cleans up real well.
Yeah, in the series, she plays a character named Wanda who played the hell out of a crackhead.
Oh yeah, she killed it.
I mean, she was killed it. She was Pookie from New Jack City.
Gator, Gary.
All of the great crackheads of our times. She played the hell out of a crackhead, sir, in that series.
From Rel Scott, can you imagine the smell in the space capsule when they opened that door? Probably smelled like Badussi and garbage.
Can't imagine.
They don't have showers up there, and another thing, they probably can't smell up there. They probably don't have a sense of smell up there, I would guess.
A lot of people don't even think they were up there, Doug.
I'm not saying they weren't up there. I'm not going that far.
From Raymond A. Sutton, Rock is black by way of Rocky Johnson.
Right. Rocky
He's a
Johnson.
Samoan and cousin of Roman Reigns and them by way of his mother.
Okay, so that's the connection by way of their mother. Rocky Johnson was a brother, Rock's daddy. But there's no lie, there's 25 of them Samoans that's all cousins. It's like the family business over there. They train them when they get in high school and they're real athletic family. And I think Rakisi one of their cousins. The big Rakisi that used to belly flop and
I played with the great Luther Ellis.
Rikishi is their uncle.
Rakisi is their uncle. It's crazy, man.
Right.
I played with the great Luther Ellis, who was he came from Utah, was a defensive lineman that we had. He's the Samoan brother, and they're all this extremely strong. He would put on 5 plates and just rep it with no spot 5, 6, 7 times, and he'd do 3 sets of 8, 3 sets, and just put it down with ease. With ease.
Cockstrong.
Hey, Papa, I'm not even gonna say it. Never mind. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
From Sydney Action Jackson, that BET list is trash. What? That BET list is trash. No Ernie Ladd, no Black Panther, Jim Mitchell.
I don't remember Jim Mitchell or the Black Panther. Must be after my time.
From Till Dog 12, we can't forget that the Falcons have been around 60 years, but has only had about 15 winning seasons.
I'm telling you, man, it's no offense. It's no offense to the Falcons, man. Historically, when you think of bad teams, historically, not one year,
right?
Falcons have been bad, man.
And the Bucks have only been around since the 70s, man. And they've got 2 titles already and played in a couple other Super Bowls.
Yeah, but they were literally the face of bad teams for 2 decades at least. That in the original jerseys, the puke orange jerseys. The Buccaneers were horrible.
Uncle Mike's text.
From Uncle Mike, I disagree. Tampa has only been in the league since 1978 compared to some of these teams that have been in their league since the 40s and 50s.
Right.
That's not
right.
true. That's not true.
What do you mean it's not true?
You know what? He might be right. I'm thinking the Saints.
No, I'm not. I wasn't asking you. It's a fact.
The Saints.
Nobody made that up.
The Saints and the Falcons came in 66, and Tampa Bay came after.
78.
It might be 78.
Almost in the 80s. Yeah, they've done phenomenally well.
I can't believe you on here arguing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the merits of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Well, hey,
literally what you're doing is blasphemous. You're trying to argue the merits of Tampa Bay. That's an oxymoron in itself.
There's teams that have no Super Bowl appearances, much less 2
and they're on that list too,
wins.
probably. They're on that list too, probably.
Much less 2 wins and 2 other appearances. Come on, man. That's got to mean.
When I think of shit teams and organizations, Tampa Bay still comes to mind.
I understand.
I can't for 2 years forget about the other 30.
Okay.
That's what you're in effect trying to say right now. Come on, man.
We see it differently. Okay.
From Arlie Michelle, famous contralto singers Tony Braxton, Cher, Tracy Chapman, Annie Lennox, Amy Winehouse, Gladys Knight.
Tony Braxton. Okay, so somebody put in the chat Tony Braxton there. Okay. Tony Braxton got that sexy, deep-ass voice.
Mm-hmm. From Julius 35C, if we had universal health care, Jordan wouldn't have to create those clinics.
And we should have universal health care. There's no doubt about it.
From Till Dog 12, thank you for your donation. Stop tripping on Jess Hilarious. That girl can get it as long as you take your paper bag with you.
I don't think she's ugly at all.
What's the paper bag? Yeah, I think
paper bag over her face to hide her face.
Damn, that's
yeah.
I think she's sexy.
It's hard out here for her right now. From John Lewis, Doug, I know you remember when South Carolina State played Duke in '89 and we got mollywopped.
But we were close in the first half though.
But it's a full game. The first half don't matter. First half don't matter. First quarter don't matter. That's when people get their ass beat. They always say that. Well, we did okay the first. No, it's a full game. A half don't matter.
Do you know who was on that team, sir? Who started?
Great Rodney Mack.
Yeah, our homeboy Rodney Mack from Moco.
I watched that game when y'all got y'all ass mollywopped.
Mack actually, at one point in time in that season, was leading the nation in rebounds.
Yep.
From Till Dog 12, preacher's kids were the fastest kids in high school. Yep.
Arlie, they're talking about you.
No, I think he's saying fast as in running.
No, faster than with that ass. Shouts out to you, Arlie.
I don't know who. I drove a limo in the early 90s and drove her. Who is her? Uncle Mike says he drove somebody to their wedding.
We were talking about, at that time,
749.
Not talking about Biggie's daughter.
No.
I don't know.
He'll
tell us. He'll tell us. From Baby Stu Q, big ups, big bros. Allegedly, when a Tesla catches fire, it omits some type of chemical that's dangerous, and you should get so many feet or yards away. I'm not sure if it's all EVs, but again, allegedly.
Appreciate you, Baby Q. Baby Stu Q. Appreciate you, bro.
That's NPE, right?
Yes,
that's absolutely right.
NPE.
Yes.
He's got me. He and his company have me back in the gym, and I'm excited about it.
Can women take that? Can women take?
Why not?
Yes. Good for your libido and everything.
Well, I don't
Might
have
make that thing drip a little faster down there.
No,
go ahead, Tree.
I got that under control.
We got 4 more.
From FM, Godfrey is as big as he's going to be. Yeah, I think so too. But he is big, Doug. Like the way you diminished Arlie and Godfrey is
right.
That's not true.
You do. You downplay people's success.
Hold on. So you're telling me?
nothing.
Hold on. You're telling me our Godfrey is on the same level as Cat Williams?
So success
that's the point I made. Hold on. Just answer the question. Do y'all think he's on the same level as Cat Williams?
Well, he says things that the man doesn't agree with. So
but I'm talking about from a status standpoint and an income standpoint. Like Godfrey is not selling out Phillips Arena. I haven't heard Godfrey as the marquee name at State Farm Arena. That's all. I wasn't dissing him. I love the guy. I'm the one saying he about to blow up. Y'all telling me he's already blown up.
For the record, there's only a handful of comedians, period, that would fill out State Farm Arena.
Right.
And there's other comedians. Hold on. I'm almost done. There's other comedians that are not of that status, but still make great money and still are stars and still are known.
See, y'all misunderstood my point. I never said that the guy was a bum and he's broke. I'm saying he's going to be on the status level at some point very soon because he's that talented with a Cat Williams, with a Ricky Smiley, with anybody you can think of right now that's at the top of comedy and selling out arenas. That's all I was saying.
You think Rick? Never mind. We're going to end on. I'm going to leave after.
Ricky Smiley sells out arenas. He does. Maybe not arenas, but big venues. Go ahead, Tree.
Uncle Mike, thank you. He wanted to let us know he drove Vanessa Bell Calloway to her wedding. Thank you. Thank you for that.
You didn't have to give us any more money for that, Uncle Mike.
But we do appreciate
it, Uncle Mike.
From Julius 35C, and we're gonna we are not ending. We got one more thing to talk about. If you want to get to that top comedian level, you have to go suck on.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Eddie Murphy did not suck on nobody's meat. Don't say that.
You know they talk about having to wear the dress and stuff, like all the different. It's a pop-up.
That's a different conversation. Yeah.
Suck the meat, wear the dress. Can I push this out, Ryan?
Yes, please. Thank you, Tree. TwoLiveStews.tv coming real soon. Here's one edition of the Crying Ryan.
That's very accurate.
I can't thank Arlie enough for her hard work.
What's going on with your bottom lip, though?
To make this a reality, I'm puckered. You know when people when they get upset, I'm puckered. I think it's great. She sent it to me, and I think she thought I was going to be upset, and I was like, I love him. I love him.
But when are we going to get him?
Coming soon. Yes. The site is ready for us to flip the switch, and we'll do that next week. And we got to finish. We got a few e-commerce things to do merch-wise on the site, and we'll be ready. We may even start it without even the merch on the site and bring it in later. But yes, I love him. He's awesome.
From Platinum Boy Entertainment. That head, very accurate.
Look like you about to get in a head button contest with Rihanna.
That's great. At Ford Field in Detroit. That's great. I'm glad y'all liking it. There's going to be a few, what did Arlie call them? Special edition shirts that'll only be released for a short period of time. I think this Crying Ryan will be one of them. And we've got several of them, y'all. I mean, we've got several of them. It's going to be so good. We got to thank everybody in the chat room. Thank y'all so much for pulling up and spending time with your boys. Our 2.5 hours this morning. Thank you. Chat room, thank you very much. Super chatters, thank you very much. You guys are really the reason why things have been able to stay afloat as long as it has. And we're working. We're working to make things happen. But thank you very much. I got a new screensaver. It's funny. It's funny. I can't wait to purchase them. I'm going to wear one.
It's definitely. I think that's against the man laws for you wearing a shirt with your own picture on it, man.
Oh, well, then I'm going to break that man law.
What?
I'm going to break that man law. Yeah. And again, your thoughts and ideas are antiquated. You said Godfrey ain't nobody. I mean, your thoughts don't equal everybody else's.
I never said that. Stop putting words in my mouth.
The great Naughty Dread, shouts out to you, Dread. We appreciate you, man.
I'm calling Charlamagne right now. I'm calling Charlamagne. What time is this show done? Is this show done at 10?
I think they're done at 10.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Arlie.
I was going to call
really
his ass
appreciate
right now. I'm tired of this.
Tree Taylor, thank you for producing the show. Outstanding job. We really appreciate it. We need a bobblehead of Ryan. Bobbleheads are going to cost more money for us to make. You know, Crying Ryan wasn't cheap, okay? So we need you to buy at least 500 of them. All right? Crying Ryan was not cheap. Doug, outstanding job to you too, man. Thank you. Outstanding job.
Yeah, outstanding job to you too. You get an A.
And everybody knows that God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him, we recommend you find him and show him love, because that is all he's showing you, nothing but love.
Even though you had an incredibly high level of gaslighting today.
Tree's got a great idea for a pop-up talking about people that wear dresses. Would you put on a dress for a certain amount of money?
No. Well, how much money are we talking? How much money are we talking?
$1 million.
In the name of comedy.
$1 million.
In the name of,
no, you call it whatever you want to. In the name of comedy, in the name of the man just trying to make you look bad, call it whatever you want. $1 million. You putting the dress on? No. $2 million.
I sure do need $1 million. SHOAL. I don't know. Let me think about that over the weekend, man, and ask me again Monday.
Ask me.
You putting on a dress for $1 million? Do a movie role?
Just $1 million? You can't do any better?
Yeah, just $1 million.
All right. Where's the wig? Where's the lipstick? Where's the heels? I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Hey, $1 million is $1 million. I get it. And if you really are secure in who you are, I understand the argument from Martin, from Eddie Murphy, from it seems like every big time comedian, black comedian, they have at some point put on a dress.
And those people you just named, it wasn't $1 million that they got. They got much more.
Right.
And they're just acting. They're just acting. They have a job to do. They're playing a character.
$1 million already taxed. So a smooth $1 million.
Cash. In a briefcase.
Cash.
In a briefcase? In a briefcase. In a couple briefcases.
Let me sleep on it in a couple days. Let me sleep over it. And I'll tell you Monday.
The shirt
I don't want to
set
up.
Your shirt gonna cost double, 3Pete. You gotta pay double. Son of a bitch. I'm sorry, 3Pete.
I gotta sleep on the head on the dress thing over the weekend.
Because I don't play the character.
I don't want to give you an answer. I think about it and be like, nah, I should have gave the other answer, and then I do the other thing, and then y'all call me a hypocrite. You ain't never gonna be able to call me no hypocrite ever on anything I've said in 25 years doing this.
Y'all be careful this weekend. A lot of college basketball starts today. I'm gonna find a spot, sit down. I'm not drinking because I gave up alcohol for Lent. So that's not gonna be fun. But I'm looking forward to some basketball tonight and this weekend. We look forward to seeing y'all Monday morning at 7:00 right here on Stewart Media.
Hey, one last thing. Everybody watching right now, please hit the share button.
Please.
Whether you're watching live or the replay.
Please.
Hit the share button. That's big. That's all the big. Thank you. Thank you.
I'll make it a great weekend. I'm putting that in the text chat. That's my final text. I love you guys, man. Y'all have a great weekend and be safe. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.